about 15 cities grand.
Boss, no.
Especially the time now, Oban.
Boat for my home.
How the boat to the bro.
Both from market.
A battle
Inside.
no bread. Until Ode. So, boss on Thursday, no, me late. Traffic is me late. Me CMT no. Me customer and Tiaba. Maybe do another 620 no. About pound. Me for drop what me 30 cities. Now for imagine MTN on
no 30 cities. I mean, what is 30 cities?
30 cities.
Baba is a sports lawyer. 30 Ghana. The only sports lawyer in Ghana.
Edeno. Utimi beer lunch. Utimi the beer.
Baba nane omo esombe yes o yiri omunyaye because once ma okay dey has same crime.
Same crime. Budget.
Mesian go for be say baba.
Boss, also cut the cost.
Now who na be
cost. Ofutu na ba me na matie. Ofutu na matie.
All right, thank you very much. So Liverpool superstar Mohamed Salah has warned his teammates that look, we are going to deal with wounded lions. Manchester City are wounded now, and they can strike back this season despite their current poor run of form. Okay, I am Man City. A bit try IBB.
Anfield.
They will try something, whether it will work or not. You know, they will make sure they put in a fight. What that fight will result in or result to is what I cannot say. But baby.
I think the holding rule problem, no. Still, Pep Guardiola until find a solution.
Yeah, think Pep say. Wakacha Abu Dhabi Hirakin say he wants to be given the chance to revive this faltering team amid a staggering run of poor results, saying on Friday that he will not run away from the challenge. The Tibiano, I want to take you guys out of this. And there I can say the Mabet was 3.
Yes.
Yeah, third. There. That is what we call their standard. And the second and third cry is a trouble. Will be sanity.
In his career, they are been 6 matches without a win. 5 defeats, 1 draw.
So, Mikel Arteta saw challengers now for and said, "Now no got by. Mo bobo come. I'm trust. Mamun Koye and Anyema Assembly. Enzo Maresca Chelsea are not in the title race. I say, Momamin Kanche Bubim for the 18th time. We are not in the title race. That's a good one from him. Okay. And just want to end.
I think Pep Neymar be no, you know. He's playing mind games.
That rivalry brought the best out of both clubs. The rivalry. So it's about Liverpool and Man City.
Yes. And I'm slot said.
Okay.
The rivalry number.
It's made each other better. Yeah. Gary Bill tips Mbappe to win Ballon d'Or next year and backs Real Madrid for La Liga and UCL titles. Antonio Conte, Juventus, Inter, and Roma show Italian football has grown significantly.
Yes.
Okay. And that has been the argument. Ghana for argument. Okay. What shows that your league and your clubs are growing significantly.
But you were talking about Atalanta last year. What they did was Senka City, Liverpool, Real Madrid. People are talking about them, but we are talented. People are not talking about them. He talked about Inter Milan 2 seasons ago, or called finance of the UCL. He's talking about Inter
Milan president Beppe Morata. Honestly, Lautaro Martinez deserves more respect after he wasn't nominated for the FIFA Best Award. Yeah. Who resigned on how he assesses Vincent Kompany's work at Bayern Munich for So far, so good. The results are there. The way they play football, okay. So it's a major plus for him. And then we are looking at all the European major European leagues. Premier League starting at 3:00 and and at 3:00 and starting. Interesting games ahead of that.
Brighton, but 1-1 with Southampton.
Brighton drill with
Southampton for the improving. They are improving.
Yes, but I said they are a bit late. They are delayed Southampton for. Okay. Yebefia ora bia ye friend no JY appear. Ya Messiah appear. JY appear. We raising concerns about the buses distributed to club by the GFA. According to him, the buses are outdated and averaged overage, which casts doubt on their ability and long-term value to the clubs. Or no? Solo anything, Chimna Yen.
Boss, we now okay. Okay, or say buses na GFA, the mark clubs, you know, outdated and SI overage. Into clubs, you know. And he said, "Omo money GP say GFA na more basis." But then again, I was say almost saying, busa questions how the bases were funded. Sikani free hen, sikana hen for the acquire bena scanner ye de koto bases in the GFA ni nyaye. Or say clubs in this omo come anutum. Or say anususia. I was say government set up a constitute a committee now almost share the acquisition of bases and because free say or more fraudulent deals be or bases anymore. I think government is some now may investigations kakra the acquisition of bases no. Ti nensem no kano. Uchimbe mi and sanity.
All kind of about toughen.
Yes.
Okay, so there's something on the executive council of the GFA and coach Otuado Henry Asante Chum reveals that some members of the executive council have questioned Otuado's suitability as head coach of the Black Stars. Is there Hearts of Folk Kotoko set for intriguing clashes in the round of 64 at the MTN FA Cup this Sunday. Hearts of Folk face a potentially tricky fixture against Division 2 side Immigration FC. Oh. Meanwhile, Kotoko will take on Division 1 side Future Stars in what promises to be an exciting consumer. Kotoko in Future Stars.
Future Stars.
Okay. FA Cup. Baba Yara Stadium. Sana nanu mi here.
Say na initially na wo boas inti Kotoko dey release by say so almost say movie back to Baba Yara no. And I know I'm confirming say Baba Yara na say so mbebo FA Cup.
No one to test before the Classico.
Omo they whetted the appetite of Kotoko fans.
Bad father, whetting the appetite. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Solo be okay. Problem be am no am all night and I'm
me could do fear.
Na mo head my.
Me could do fear.
Baba so my baba so ana. Baba want me am. Oh okay. Yeah. Ye gina mba to aso. Ye gina mo head to aso. More of them.
Yeah.
Bibi a financial bumpire am Ghana. Bumpire papa.
Na massive.
And na me monitor.
So me join you with TV
that's fine.
We answer na.
Monitor from Empire na.
Sorry how much na say gina Facebook.
Empire na Oyerepa. Promise media boy no. The name then say
658 sports lawyer why ready na ye de call round ye ready then yeah so are you ready 658
Empire bono wa say
Empire no one me bobia untu nka
o man be connect
wonu say me baby wonu ye man ka ho asem you are not there until China obi for one but
Elido Oregana be connect Elido Oregana be connect nim either both parties obi a obenya bia Oregana be connect nim sa Empire na me pepa boss player. My boss player. Oh.
I about to ask some na person me kebia.
Oh, that be saying
Ghana for they know who will take them forward.
Yes, they know who
And
can.
Don't repeat yourself. Don't worry yourself. Omam go to abano. Obia sebi obia ne sorry odware on vasam na ngoje nanum. Obia na bibia until the obia anya ne de.
You
So
know
I just say
who can lead or mind.
issues about Tony and Diana. So nim say nya de hia me kesisa. I just go and cast my vote. Neko. And obia ntimi
Also, they
confuse.
will have a cast.
They also beto amano no do na beto.
Also, they
They come and they
Hey, now what's
they will be how between so here.
now what's
Obu my name e koso no dey asesa
Enti anopay on this note, Yamon special good morning game na Yamu Kwaba eha eye Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Oyerepa TV enti anopay yebekon ko phone crosso na ensamwa edi adenchete ensamwa ebum fumpa onko phone crosso no yede ho nsem ato anim ensem no doso ene anopay nemom de disafata se wohwe na wotie ena yede emma wo kitikiti mampole bi ena ewoma akansuo yanom akan no pa anopay yebeka na yatrana emra ya confirm emno nyina ama wo ye live our Facebook page no so Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio obese na wako comment section ho na odu adwentre no etimi atowo me ba na the boss player to no boase akinkan nyina ama sade se ene sade efata ena no pay ye be say efi major European leagues no from French League 1 to the Premier League enti ye say efi the French League 1 match day 14 enra ena say French League 1 na Lens ekwa way eko dinkunim ewo Rams so eka mienu a amantimi ante na Ejen Thomason enya goal ena Mbala Nzola enya second goal ema Lens team no ene yebanya Rene ewo Ranson Park amani Saint-Étienne ena edi ebosom eye 4 p.m. Brest ena Strasbourg ena edi ebani 6 p.m. PSG ena Nantes 8 p.m. ewo Parc des Princes ambebo Nantes way eye ena games miensam ena betodwa ewo French League anom nyankopon bo awotram Montpellier ebebo Lille ewo Stade de la Monzone na oko Le Havre amaso ya amane Angers ebebo otram 4 p.m. Toulouse at 4 p.m. ena Auxerre ena di ebo so ewo Stadium de Toulouse ewo Toulouse Cromo Lyon betram fie ewo Groupama Stadium na amane Nice edi aboso otram 4 p.m. Olympique de Marseille ene Monaco 7:45 otram ewo Orange Velodrome amane Olympique de Marseille Monaco ewo Marseille Cromo ena sa game no ebetime atofeme donsem ejaw enano play say ena table no esi etia after match day 12 eye Paris Saint-Germain ena LED the French League 1 table with 32 points plus of 26 goals. Monaco etoso mienum 26 points plus of 11 goals. Olympique de Marseille etoso miensam with 23 points plus of 11 goals. Lille etoso enai wamabo 12 matches with 22 points. Nice etoso enum with 20 points plus of 11 goals. Lyon ebo ni match day 13 enra na mimfantu animsa enra ukoko piema na yese games na nuodene ningina ya tonsem ebaya anopay yere table no amawo na say ana top scorers no esi etia ebusuafom Bakola esi akan ema Paris Saint-Germain anom ana asa more goals after match day 12 our French League anum asa 10 goals for PSG on the daily D and afa Mason Greenwood our Olympique de Marseille was 8 goals. Jonathan David our Lille 7 goals and was Lee Can In our Paris Saint-Germain 6 goals and Nakamura our Remsa and also Abonomade and 6 goals yada hunsem ajaw and ano play now young
Yanko Bundesliga num na fe match day 12 enra ena esase yenya St. Pauli atrofie ache Hoston Kiel abon eka miensa Hoston Kiel fonom ati ekanmo bako ene RB Leipzig araba Wolfsburg ewo Red Bull Arena ewo Leipzig akromom Werder Bremen and Stuttgart ede eboso ewo Versailles Stadion na Freiburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach ede eboso ewo Europa Park Stadion Augsburg ebetrafie na oni boom ede abani ewo WWK Arena na Union Berlin ebebo Leverkusen Borussia Dortmund ebetrafie ewo Signal and Iduna Park na oni Bayern Munich ede abani nyankopon boa eda etna Mainz 5 ebebo Hoffenheim ewo Mewa Arena ewo Mainz Kromo Heidenheim ebetrafie ewo Vort Arena na oni Eintracht Frankfurt ede abani wey match saudwa ebetotwa ewo French League anuma ebusuam Bundesliga no Bundesliga ene de wonsem ato anim say na Bundesliga table no etie after match day 11 your Bayern Munich already with 29 points plus of 29 goals and Frankfurt atosumienum 23 points plus of 11 goals RB Leipzig atoso miensam 21 points plus of 9 goals by 04 Leverkusen atoso 9 with 20 points plus of 8 goals Dortmund toso enum 19 points plus of 4 goals Borussia Mönchengladbach atoso ensia with 17 points plus of 3 goals Freiburg atoso enso 17 points minus of 2 goals Mainz 5 atoso enwotre 16 points plus of 4 goals Stuttgart atoso enkro 16 points plus of 2 goals Union Berlin atoso edu after 11 matches with 16 points and Wolfsburg atoso edu bako 15 points plus of 2 goals say and top scorers na esi etie na uko Hurricane na suya osia kan ema Bayern Munich was 14 goals Oma Mamush esia kan ema Eintracht Frankfurt also as 11 goals yaton sam ajaw enano pay Sehu Girassi our Dortmund 6 goals and Victor Boniface our Leverkusen and also as 6 goals yada sansam nom ajaw enano pay on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM now yanko Serie A num match day 14 of the Serie A enra ena esase Unipo Damos Cagliari Eshabakua Heras Verona Antimi Ante ene 2 p.m. Como ebetrafie ewo Stadio Giuseppe Singalia na omo ene Monza ete aboso ewo Como Kromo na 5 p.m. AC Milan ene Empoli ete abani ewo Stadio Giuseppe Meazza ewo Milano Como Bologna 7:45 anumrei ewo Stadio Renato Di Ara amane Venezia ebebo na otina udini atrafie ewo Blue Energy Stadium amane Genoa ena ade eboso 11:30 otina na Parma and Lazio at the Abosom, our Stadio Ennio Tardini, our Parma Como Torino, and Napoli, and at the Albani, our Stadio Olimpico Grande Torino, not Fiorentina, at the 5 p.m. Our Stadio Artemio Franchi, not only Inter Milan, at the Albani, our Firenze Como Lecce, and Juventus Ababom, not Monday night football, Roma Atrofie, our Stadio Olimpico Roma Kromo amane Atalanta ena abebom wey match saudwa etoda ewo Serie A numa anopay ya donsem ato anim after match day 13 ewo Serie A num say ena Serie A table no ebusuam esi etie yewo Napoli onom about 13 matches with 29 points plus of 11 goals Atalanta atoso myenum 28 points plus of 18 goals Inter Milan atoso miensa with 28 points plus of 17 goals Fiorentina atoso 9 with 28 points amo our 17 goals and afi Lazio atoso enum 28 points plus of 14 goals. Juventus etoso ensia with 25 points plus of 14 goals. AC Milan etoso enso 19 points plus of 6 goals. Bologna etoso enwotre with 18 points minus of 1 goal. Udine toso enkron 17 points minus of 3 goals. Empoli etoso edu 16 points minus of 1 goal. Ritegi at Siakai Emma Atalanta 12 goals and was Moiskin our Fiorentina and also Abonomade as 9 goals. Marcos Thuram Siakai Emma Inter Milan 9 goals and was Ademola Lookman our Atalanta 7 goals. Dusan Vlahovic our Juventus 6 goals. Castellanos and our Lazio 5 goals and a Kvaratskhelia as 5 goals for Napoli. Yaton some a jow and then anope yabefi Serie A nafe yaba the Spanish Premier Division Santander a match day 15 over the weekend na our La Liga enra yenya Real Mallorca a otinafie ewa Estadi Mallorca osemienum ama Valencia ete Academy bako ena eya memenda matches bako enai ena betotwa ewo memenda games in the La Liga nyankopon 1 p.m. eye FC Barcelona and Las Palmas and Ebo ewo Estadi Olympic Luis Campanes Ejen Cordero eye center referee game eye 1 p.m. 3:15 p.m. Deportivo Alaves ebetrafie ewo Estadio de Mendoza na ane Leganis eti aboso Isidro Diaz de Mera eye center referee Espanyol and Celta Vigo arabo ewo NCDE Stadium na Jose Sanchez Martinez eye center referee Valladolid ebetrafie ewo Estadio Municipal Jose Zoroya ewo Valladolid Cromo amane Atletico de Madrid 8 p.m. and Guillermo Kudra eye center referee na fe kwesiada otina Villarreal atrafie ewo Estadio de la Ceramica ewo Villarreal Cromo amane Girona and ade eboso Miguel Ortiz ebe center referee 1 p.m. na fe nomiensa ebo Pausima Edunuma Real Madrid and Hetafe ade aboso ewo Estadio Santiago Bernabeu Alejandro Hernandez ebe center referee ra game no ekoso ewo Madrid Cromo na Rayo Vallecano and Athletic Club Bilbao atinam and a game no ebetimi aboso na Estadio de Mestalla Madrid Cromo Mario Marrero center referee na otina 8 p.m. and Real Sociedad and Rebetes at the aboso ewo Donosia San Sebastian Francesco Hernandez center referee. Monday night football in the La Liga Sevilla and Osasuna and at the aboso ewo Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Juan Martinez center referee. Say and La Liga table no etie 14 matches and FC Barcelona amatimi abo with 34 points plus of 28 goals. Real Madrid atosumieno about 13 matches 30 points plus of 17 goals. Atletico de Madrid atoso miensam 14 matches with 29 points plus of 13 goals. Villarreal atoso 9 about 13 matches with 25 points plus of 4 goals. Athletic Club Bilbao atoso enum 14 matches with 23 points plus of 17 goals. Afe Osasuna atoso ensia 22 points minus of 3 goals. Girona atoso enso about 14 matches 21 points plus of 2 goals. Yaren semno ejaw enano play now yebeka pititi ni said yetie meka pititi in the La Liga na say emrantia ama bomode ase more goals in the Spanish Premier Division Santander. Now say Emma esi etie Robert Lewandowski, he just can't stop scoring. Osiakai Emma FC Barcelona and 15 goals and was afe anti Budame Osiakai ma Osasuna our Pamplona and 8 goals and was Rafinha our FC Barcelona 8 goals. Vinicius Junior Real Madrid 8 goals. Kylian Mbappe Lotin 7 goals. Ayozi Perez Villarreal 7 goals. Giovanni Lotelso Rebetes 5 goals and also Ensa Etimi Aka Yaren 7 Ejo and on pay on Oyerepa 100.7 FM on Oyerepa TV. Now Yamra the English Premier League match day 13 Enra and Ashasia Ewa the American Express Community Stadium Enra Brighton Ashabako Emma Southampton Ashabako na enem match sway and Eltoja 3 p.m. Brentford Betnafie Ewa G Tech Community Stadium na on Leicester City at the Aboso Nomiensa Mr. Oliver a center Rofi Nomiensa na Crystal Palace and Newcastle United Ebabom Ewa the Park, London Cromwell, Darren England, a center referee, Nomiensa, Nottingham Forest, and Swiss Town at the Eboso, the City Ground, Tony Harrington, a center referee, not Overhampton Wanderers at Ruffium on the AFC Bournemouth, and at the Eboso, Peter Banks, a center referee, West Ham United, and the Arsenal, our London Stadium, London Cromwell, and Tony Taylor, a center referee, our game no fake. Kwasiada matches no atoso in the English Premier League na Chelsea 1:30 china I was Stamford Bridge amane Aston Villa and the Ebony Stuart Atwell a center referee Manchester United abetamfie I Old Trafford na on Everton at the Iantam so game nom I John Brooks and Ejamo as center referee Tottenham Spurs and Fulham ebom I Fulham Echo Tottenham Spurs Stadium, Darren Bond, a center referee na Liverpool, and Manchester City away at 4 p.m. our Anfield. Chris Covenant, a center referee. Our game say and English Premier League table no see at after match day 12 na Liverpool and LED table no our 31 points. Plus of 16 goals and Brighton brought draw enti onya 1 point eka the points no ho enti onom abenya 23 points ade atosum you Chelsea and so atwaso City our 23 Chelsea our 22 points and Arsenal our 22 points Tottenham Spurs atoso ensia with 19 points plus of 14 goals Nottingham Forest atoso and so 19 points Aston Villa atoso and 19 points Fulham atoso and Crow 18 points and a Newcastle United atoso edu with 18 points na top scorers our English Premier League Alan Haaland and LED Osiakai Emma Manchester City 12 goals and was Mohamed Salah Ghali the Egyptian king 10 goals Osiakai Emma Liverpool Brian Mbemo our Brentford 8 goals na Oko Nicholas Jackson was 7 goals Cole Palmer as 7 goals Omunina Osiakai Emma Chelsea and Matthias Cunha our Overhampton Wanderers and also as 7 goals and pay Yarasan Semina at 2 live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV and pay show no a live on your radio, live on your TV. Yes, I am live. Oyerepa live, Oyerepa radio on Facebook. Oyerepa live, Oyerepa radio on Facebook. Yada fix the thing now. At to him, when officer, we can do all thing could him. About comment section, ho. Now, auto comment at me at to me. We are the boss player. About to the bossy. I can canina. I'm gonna say yes, sir, and it said the effort to Spain. Now, fair. Yantuaso and pay MF Spain na oko Spotify kampununa. Let us an update our Spotify kampununa say and see etie enti and pay on your TV screens so yade atuswa benya bi etim atwa say and Barca Stadium amu esino esi etie and on the screen so a uhwe bi and an pay no na Hans Flick and the atuja say Lamine Yamal ay ready na Lamine Yamal Ochem say why training obetimi asia kan na wan chem say obestate ama Barca and also unstate na amubusan on Mark Cansado suspension on team more over the weekend and Ochem say a big blow at the FC Barcelona nemom our Gavio Jumana obeyano a same as Mark Cansado and no a Hans Flick nisema at the atuja and no pay Gareth Bill a former former player Emma Tottenham Spurs former player Emma Madrid wakan sempi ate ache masa ose enokra Madrid and starting season ye I didn't po ate Emma Madrid say group stages of the UEFA Champions League new format no or met me a qualify ate a fit group no believe him or say Serie Madrid abe qualify ate a fit group no a qualifier abe cup finals abe the UEFA Champions League so and the Spanish Primera División Santander no Real Madrid abe and no guy bill nisaba oti etuja and no pay na meeting komobi efi Madrid kromo Fiorentino Perez and Zinedine Zidane etin komo this time and yes bia Zinedine Zidane abe juma ama Madrid namom obekaya in 2001 meaning say boss player mo there Amakaipa in 2001 and Zidane joined Madrid on himself a record fee of 77.5 million euros and the Eberamo our Madrid team num na oba in the first season and koye ama Zinedine Zidane our Madrid na o change situation in another season and no and Madrid at the Kylian Mbappe asha Zinedine Zidane and sa openi checheno dia oba Madrid kroma oh yeah initially na emfa na fe nya bese saya obaji udin ewo Madrid team no I was say wa unya ketwa ultimate fano na fe o cheche nti Madrid at the Kylian Mbappe ase Zinedine Zidane ensa se oni eni nkomo eno aye reporter eka yensa ena no play enra Real Madrid etrenie na good news and say Rodrigo Akodana se oni Madrid set up prima often pa say was started a training our grass and so number over the weekend Rodrigo entime ensia kan ema Madrid team no na Fiorentino Perez na so ya I say Ballon d'Or for the first time why interview na wakasa at the afa Ballon d'Or no I say of course Rodrigo Cascante a good player untimin kwatramba bin kasa Rodrigo Cascante and a good player or deserve the Ballon d'Or namam ne Ballon d'Or na o deserve no 2 seasons ago or JBBA with Manchester City or said the decisive goal at Inter Milan at the Champions League Emma Manchester City na amoje the Premier League amoje FA Cup trophy bia amoko hono amoje sa season no and I was saying Ballon d'Or ekom Emma Rodrigo Cascante namam Ballon d'Or no afi na say ko Emma Rima the player irrespective of the criteria and foul and the criteria omujanso at the award to Ballon d'Or no now say ko Emma Rima the player one come Vinicius Junior one can Danny Cavaya, one can Jude Bellingham, or say, no, say, call Emma Madrid player, and your Fiorentino Perez, President Emma Madrid, Ninsema, or the Tuta, and then I'm pay now on 2 games, Madrid Abonina, Federico Valverde, Ebon. As left back na situation as in Koye Emma Madrid side especially gamer I'm a boy our Anfield no Demete and play HMSA against Hetafe ababa as a midfielder now for Lucas Vasquez ako the right backer yada hunsem atu anime and I'm play na Raul akasam for Kylian Mbappe and struggles no and I say we are top player Sanyama sometimes it me at two players bebre now I believe say manager obetimi amaya hu Kylian Mbappe biem aya the Don Carlo Ancelotti and ode boy team come or vim say obe successful our Madrid when the first season or season we cry Kylian Mbappe yebe hu ye and yen sama Raul at the etu na Hans Flick etin komo na ninkomo that is press conference or Kasai 1 for Lamine Yamal home ni team no na points no so say points na beka 4 points na a game for Madrid na am winning against Valencia but be 1 point between Madrid and Barca nina Hans Flick Kasai on Oyerepa TV and play on Oyerepa 100.7 FM yenti Hans Flick.
So I think the last training today was appreciated with that, and yeah, we're doing good. A lot of players are coming back, so it's a good situation for us. He's back and he's ready to play. We have not decided yet if he will start. We will see, but I think he can and he will play.
Nti ano aye manager Emma FC Barcelona Hans Flick on Lamine Yamal obebo nti yanko England na fe yeni nkoma pay ewo England from Spain to England ebesa se afi Liverpool aso ya wonim se ewo Anfield Nyankopon bo a ochina ampaye bedwa Liverpool City. Na bad news for Liverpool ni say Ibrahima Konate oye outer onto emo sa game no pie na Mohamed Salah Gali and a day warning ama ni teammate ni say team na ne kwakobo no Masa, omani abrio wako 6 matches no walusu num and wabo draw back e kan e de achel sa game no a very difficult na City for no ombetima ababako irrespective situation wom no omukuta good manager omukuta good players enti I will say fighting hard against City and no Mohamed Salah Gali ninsema oti etuka captain Emma Liverpool a Virgil van Dijk and I say favorite fixer and Nyankopon boa ebeto da echnam our Anfield, that is Liverpool against City a favorite fixer now the all can say a gamer among fans here team say I Liverpool you come as favorite you question 9 nuncia or sister amoya sa masa no man deity Manchester City a teamer atin crew outdoor a teamer good manager to Mr. Sambi Beer at any point in time. I'm not prepare Yepa for the game. Na Kodi Gakpo and na Odi Etu just a Liverpool. Etin Kudim our Manchester City points no Baba 11 points and no Adombe ye in the Christmas period there. Yebe Ramwi na amo wene matches no do na in Christmas period da ye come ya na Chelsea League no Liverpool ye sa amo betime aje enti game ombebo etia Manchester City ochino I was say omo ye bia na for victory etime eba Pep Guardiola edi atuda sa the entire mpempe ati Manchester City na okote team no aya ne pass glory nkuru outdoor watete ati ama club nti ana otewa ene no oye adwuma no sa yes mako enum no bo draw back in 6 matches masa top club bia ama won tra honemom wadi nkuru outdoor ne pass glories and didn't ho na ose nia obesesa I'm on time and put there before them. I'm on time now on Sunday and for 6 Premier League titles and by what day at the Manchester City and what the Champions League back na or the tuta certainly players no on no makasa after that now Obian City team could him as of 75th minute now only the final 3-0 a coming out today na I say I'm a sure P at the game no anu yansema Pep Guardiola ati atudo wiya ana ne midfielder Ika Gundogan ati atudo se Liverpool sa amutna ho ama Liverpool show mo ewo Anfield double 11 points gab na ba sundudo e be den sa Manchester City e betimi a close gab no akwakoje the Premier League nti gamer omukom no e wo sa omye de so mo ye bia na omo emfa lose emfi Anfield ano aye Ika Gundogan ninsema oti atuta ene anopay na ose the rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester City no and making each team better and no and slot manager Emma Liverpool ninsema anopay yate Emma wo.
I watched a lot of football. Was of course the era where we had first Guardiola with Mourinho in Madrid and Barcelona, and then afterwards we saw Liverpool and with Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. So that rivalry brought the best out of both clubs, out of both managers. It was always interesting to see where they came up with. Yeah, not particularly because of him, but he is one of the best managers in the world, maybe the best manager in the world. So it's always nice that he stays in England because it's not only good for for City, which which is not the thing I like, but it's a good thing for the English League that he's here. The best players and the best managers should be here, and with him that's definitely true. But they have so many quality players. If he ever makes the decision to leave, then probably City will stay up there, and it's going to be challenging to play them with or without him. But it's definitely good for the league that he stays, and it's interesting for me and for all the other coaches to face him.
And now Liverpool manager and slot and then semi atuda Pep Guardiola kasa or say and your time I was here complaining here and your time I was here playing games away and then City in Koye a met for that only one tea I said that be I was I'm accepting the situation now for Omasisano.
And in longer, I said many times, in a long careers, and when you are 9, 10 years, 11 years, you live all the situations. Fortunately, we live the situation rarely. Few times it was we're on the other part on the side, but I take it like normal. So I'm not so. Of course, I'm thinking what we can do, what can I do to the players to help them. But in a long career as a football player and manager for many years, you live these situations. So at the end, yeah, we lost 5 games and draw the last one. We should have won yes or yes. So. But it's happened. Football sometimes. He said, what can happen? It's happened. So don't think much. I would say in these situations, go to the principles, and when you leave it, accept it. Accept it and challenge it. Is all I can do. No complaining, not blaming, not pointed. Run away for your responsibility. Like I have absolutely all on my shoulders, and I have to, and I want it. So here's a football club. You have to win. And if you don't win, you're in trouble. I know that the people said, oh, Pep, why is not in trouble? Why is not sacked? But we have done the last 8 years, and that's why I have this margin, that the people rely on me, the hierarchy, the people, to, okay, let's go into do it. It will be completely the opposite, will be in the birds. But it's not normal in the big clubs to do the results we have done it. But what you have to do, accept it. That's for sure. I want to stay. But the moment I feel I'm not positive for the club, now one will come, have to be, but I wanted the opportunity. I wanted the opportunity to give me to try it. I don't want to run away. I want to be there. I want to rebuild the team in many aspects from now on until the end of the season, the next seasons to try to continue out there. So.
And see, I know I and Sama Pep Guardiola Eddie Atuta na Yanko Calvin Phillips na so ye obeka Brante Power start ye oba City na amfa na se obolon ama Swiss Town or say na team the brain and na epenemum Swiss Town story no and Tyson no and man movie to Swiss Town.
Yeah, the main reason I came to Ipswich was to play as many games as possible, but also to be playing under a manager that has a structure as well. A way of playing football that complements not just me, but when we play well as a team as well. And I feel like I fell in love with Ipswich's story from League One to Championship, and it was just more about. Obviously, I've not played much in the last 18 months, but I felt like this was a team that I was just instantly attracted to, because I was watching them quite a lot last year when they was fighting against Leeds for promotion. And obviously Leaf's a good friend of mine as well, so I knew a lot about the club at that time, and it was a decision that I wanted to make to maybe get out of the high line of media and stuff so much, and just focus on playing football and focus on my family as well. So yeah.
And no, I am Sama Calvin Phillips Eddie Atuta and on a pay na ya don semina eta wo Juventus chief yam fan to gasa on Joshua Zexi, the representatives Asia Joshua Zexi from Bologna to Manchester United and Koye Emfa Emma Kodano na denim ni se obekaya aya fianko mota and na amye hu player ye awo Bologna team num na waka ache Juventus for say senko nyano a ope na enkomonom abusua demeti anope etem say Juve4 intensify enkomona enkomonom eguso a ekokonanim na Zinedine Zidane apeke the greatest Premier League side of all time. Zinedine Zidane, greatest Premier League side of all time. Say, and Zinedine Zidane at the Smichael, and a goalkeeper, Afe Ferdinand, and Jab Stump, and about the centre backs, Guy Novo, Joko, Mark Lely, Patrick Vieira, Afe Proscos, Gerrard, Henry, and Cristiano Ronaldo way. Zinedine Zidane, greatest Premier League side of all time. And Odema and Anno Pay na European Amarim. I say about Manchester United. You want a lot of players as a man for crowd. Afisa players no man for kai amo na sa players na bine Mason Mount no momo ye adwuma den training ground so feel say very soon sa players na ye be hu ye on be deliver ama team no Diego Dalot on say nyame koye ema no afi oye player wabo most of minute at the ama Manchester United na Ruben Amorim say ohun say the best role right side of the Manchester United lineup and most games no you say right side or and wabo as a fullbacker you don't say Emma Mason Mount is a proper footballer. I believe a lot in him. Ruben Amorim ahead of Everton game no and in some way atuja Ruben Amorim on Mason Mount and I'll say a proper footballer.
First thing is working really hard, and then you have to understand the human also. He wants this really bad, and that is the most important thing. I think he proved to all of you that he's a talented player. He was European champion also, so we believe a lot in him. He has to stay fit, and like I said, like all the guys in the team, they are quality players. They have to improve, believe in themselves. And today he did a great job. And you see some moments and details that you can see that Mason Mount is a proper footballer. So we believe a lot in him. I especially believe a lot in Mason Mount.
Now United and Everton and Everton trainee Sean Dyke or the Atuja say we follow Ruben Amorim kakra na Osha Juma our Sporting Lisbon say good manager and Sean Dyke on Ruben Amorim manager on over the weekend.
Dom's been working hard. Beto's been working hard to adapt and get stronger, and his knowledge of what it is over here. AB's yet to be seen, and Youssef's been very unlucky this season with his injury. But a mixture of good strikers, I feel. But we've got to get them operating, and that's mine, the staff, and the players' responsibility to get to a point when we are scoring more goals. Well, it was a big challenge. We had to change that. We started the season with too many giveaway goals, too many soft goals. We have changed that. That's quite obvious. And now, like I say, it's finding the balance between the work ethic of the group, not just the defensive unit, the work ethic of the whole team to make sure we're looking after ourselves as regards clean sheets or low goal tally to give us the best chance of operating in the attacking third and going scoring and winning games. Well, I think everyone talks about a new manager bounce and all the rest of it, so it's more difficult in that kind of way of thinking, but they're good players, they've got good players. A new manager to the Premier League, maybe give a different feel to it. I'm sure he's been working with the players and trying to get his thoughts across in the limited sort of time period they've had, with obviously playing last night as well.
Did you watch the game last night?
I did.
Have you met the manager before? Do you know at all?
No, I don't know much of his work, other than stuff from the TV and stats and facts, but don't know much of his work, so...
And Sean Dyke HM atmosphere is here Manchester United different sense they've got a good players, more good players, and new manager ba nti obia pese o impress on in siada and ensema Sean Dyke e dia tudwa na mountain akay yes benwa say Danny Welbeck kra ebe return to Manchester United. The three lions of England corner dade and Tudor say I am Manchester United boy and no I Danny Welbeck Ninsma Odia Tudor and play ya di bima wo.
No, listen, like it's speculation, and for me, being a Manchester boy, I've always got that link coming through at United. I've got that link to Manchester United, and that speculation, like stuff always comes up and about. But as I said, just focusing on doing what I can do for Brighton, having a lovely time down here, really enjoying it. It's a great city to live in, to bring up my kids as well. And I'm really settled here, and I was really happy to sign a new 2-year deal at the end of last season.
You mentioned you're a Manchester boy. What have you made of Manchester United since you left the football club? They've got yet another new manager. Do you think Ruben Amorim can get them back to where they were when you were there?
Listen, I've seen a few of his games and for Sporting, and I watched the Arsenal Sporting games closely last season, and the way that the team play, it's very progressive, and it's exciting, to have somebody like Ruben going to Manchester United and, to try and get them back to where they want to be. And it's always going to be difficult after Sir Alex left, and it's not an easy job, but somebody's got to do it, and now it's on to Ruben Amorim.
Enti Otamsa Ruben Amorim aba expect sending abeti me assign very difficult. Now rumor say or come back to Manchester United akoya adwuma and on sini focus na ewo Brighton so beboa na feni makoye edi ama team no pay yada ho nsem ama wo yemfio na fe yanko Arsenal asuye na Arsenal first team training ahead of London derby against West Ham United. Yada atuso on Oyerepa TV na Jetenye West Ham United. Good news amu chamsa Konstantinos Mavropoulos and afe Jean-Claire Todibo omina fita ometime abo etia Arsenal Darren Bent and they are to just say Rodrigo Cascante akwaya akuma akwaya de anko ama Manchester City oniwa Timin Tene sa and Martin Odegaard presence our Arsenal lineup num at the a lot and Emma Arsenal or believe sir or your player sir or your fitter yana and your ding Emma Arsenal sir I win games in tea about win for Arsenal against West Ham United Emra Yanya Martin Odegaard our fit na Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta and a tuta and pay sa results omunya our Sporting Lisbon so no I was say I'm so against West Ham United now for Christmas period here come matches no I packed there now so I was say omunya results outdoor now for them koye Emma team no Mikel Arteta and a to just say onkasa Premier League no wate and answer abate number still Arsenal will fight and found say Liverpool omulity comfortably in store Arsenal ever fighting for the title. Now do you have a preference on who want to win between Liverpool and City? Mikel Arteta I say Arsenal wins tomorrow and no I press conference and Centrani Ebusan say when you be Liverpool ne Manchester City game no so na obepe se hwan and obedin kunim and on say me dem pe say me Arsenal ebedin kunim etna enti in his press conference one for na to City and Liverpool game no.
Well, if they continue that way, that's for sure. The numbers they're producing, the amount of games they are winning. But again, it's just the focus is on us, maintaining the consistency, especially in performances. That's going to give us the right to win a lot of games, keep the availability in the squad, keep everybody together, and this is a long run.
If you can get that win tomorrow, you can sit back on Sunday. I've asked you a question about big games before. Will you be in front of the TV? Will you be watching this game?
100%. It's a big match, beautiful match to watch. Two of the best teams in Europe facing each other. Competition for us, so big one.
Do you have a preference on who you want to win?
Yeah, Arsenal tomorrow. That's the preference. Then we will see something that we cannot control.
Mikel Arteta manager Emma Arsenal and then semi to German coach Chelsea Enzo Maresca manager Emma Chelsea now Enzo Maresca say asemi sema Canada da and America semi Chelsea are not in the Premier League title race. Chelsea yan Canada title race no number against Aston Villa a difficult game yanko pombo wachana will fight to win that game and was Stamford Bridge and also now Chelsea goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen and I say are you happy irrespective say on the Premier League matches now only issues beer goalkeeper na Odano Robert Sanchez is equally good goalkeeper. And there was and say keep consistency as a goalkeeper now of fighting hard and also Nimre Ebeba now he's doing very well with us. Enzo Maresca and Ebo Nicholas Jackson. So now Nicholas Jackson 7 goals in the Premier League alternate the narrative about Ono as a striker. Dubabi not Chelsea fans the crown pesa amobete Nicholas Jackson di afi Nima Ekoye at the Emano Enzo Maresca Abonabasu.
He's doing very well with us since we start. He has been open-minded in terms of we ask him and we require sometimes different things. And this, as I said, open mind, he wants to learn. And he's doing very well, not only in terms of numbers, goal and assist. He's doing well the way we want to play off the ball. When we press, it's always aggressive. And we are very happy with him. He's already good. It's already good enough for us. But like all the players, there are many things that he can do better. For sure, also, sometimes this season happened that he had 1v1 chances that he missed. That can happen. So he can improve that area. He can be a bit more brave on the ball when we need him to link with him, to play with him. But overall, there are all areas that he's already improving a lot.
Enti eno aye Enzo Maresca manager Emma Chelsea nsema odi tudwa ena no pay maminko Italy na yeni nkomom ano pay ewo Italy na AC Milan manager Paulo Fonseca ena ekasa eti afa Rafael Leao ho na nsai about Noel Okafor ena ebo ewo Rafael Leao processing ho ena ochem se adia ohia efi Rafael Leao ho ene consistency enye se bia so na dum ohia consistent performance efi Rafael Leao ho na oye okay with the attitude otibenja on koso issues bia ewo team num now na Antonio Conte and also Juventus, Inter Milan and Roma. I should say Italian football and Italian football. Akwan Korenimiye and said they are performing very well. Our the Europa League and the Champions League I say last year Obia Huye Adia Atlanta at the Aya Bayer for Leverkusen Eka Babia Italian football no etimi adu empempe I say next year Yebehu Antonio Conte's Napoli Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium in Europe. Inter Milan president Beppe Morata and order to just Lautaro Martinez and also deserve some respect. It sounds say na okwakote Copa America try Juma with the Argentine national team try Juma under review with Inter Milan FIFA best players one franca ho odrenwa until say Fabio Capello I say Serie A no aye competitive na obia ebo Serie A na baso a aye manager baako na ama Serie A no etimi adrusa aye manager ben and say Atalanta's Gian Piero Gasperini ayo no enama league no etimi akonanim I say English intensity football no the team no ebobi na odiahwa yam from Atlanta United yam from Atlanta City and to do bia sa hyper sa clubs ninya no Atlanta enya and yam some Fabio Capello the Don and they are tuta and pay ma yanko Germany na yenim komom our Germany and no pay big game our Germany na aya Dortmund Bayern Munich de tenye Oko Angelo Stiller na suya osia kan ema Stuttgart demete etem se FC Barcelona aya Dombe bia sa Angelo Stiller amansa ebetima ka 23-year-old boy no be adwuma ede ama team nom enoti Bayern Munich onum se Max Ebel madika kachao sa Sporting director no are fan of Jamaica striker Jonathan David na enkomodom Jamaica anoplay etem se ama intensify nkɔmɔ for Jonathan David sɛ David mra na ɔmɛgyina Bayern Munich anim hɔ ɛkamea sɛ Hurricane Koko pra na asɛm atimi aba contractor and then Montaigne sa Leroy Sunny about stente ama Bayern Munich and pay make authoritatively sa it is unlikely sa Leroy Sunny about stente contract our Bayern Munich your boss season where we are not my contractor on it Bayern Munich war about na we are na dietenie onim say 2020 and I return to Germany and fasa ayen ho polom sem konati na bana nim sa deba no play etem say ontra Bayern Munich Luther Matthäus and on say on tiase say Jama Musiala oman nominated for FIFA Best Award no was with his quality now say en company for and nominating no I say we are some pay yaka top 10 in the world obatimi at the Jama Musiala atimi aka ho was say next story na say Tony Cruz and a foreign veteran they didn't win a title last season nina e can be the top players and a performance okahumpi Nuri Sahin onim say on it Bayern Munich abebo and the press conference ambusa say Vincent Kompany no say and no sit here Vincent Kompany aduma say why with Bayern Munich who say and I say the numbers are there the games are there what performance the boys no atimi atena day in the Bundesliga and the Champions League na excel juma oye impempe and Central for Busano Sehu Girassi and Motiba Opo eti ama Dortmund and Hurricane comparison between the two players and also Sehu is one of the best strikers around at the moment. I'm very happy he's our striker. Or say Elbeka say boy no naniaje sa oya juma eti ama Dortmund Motimbono asurani enyamima juma as manager sa Mekasa eti afa Hurricane ho namom me minim striker bia or tesa Sehu Girassi and then Nuri Sahin Ninsaba or the Tuta and I pay Vincent Kompany on the atmosphere in Dortmund and I say Dortmund fans no Emre Bia Bayern Munich and on bebo our way Bia mu fie ho am serve as number 12 Emma Dortmund a same as gamer ebe toja over the weekend ama pipe ye Jama Musiala afe Hurricane and adapt players nina aya available or try them say abeto so na for victory nensa atime aka on Oyerepa TV and play on Oyerepa 100.7 FM Yanko France na Inter Milan unim say abaya akai benwa yesi ante sa Marco Verratti akoya juma ama Inter Milan and play Inter Forza otesansem na fanse ayo polom sem no krabia eni sansem num amonya madwen so mokofa Marco Verratti se amra adwuma emfa ematim no Paris Saint-Germain abusua enkoye in the Champions League adeno crown no den to the extent that qualification ahun petne eti ama womom na anopai front to anim Sir Luis Enrique or say adia ohuye ewo Munich no ni soy emra na on it Bayern Munich airport na game no anwa dene na obianim say oh masa turn against 11 there say you be see Paris Saint-Germain emrantena okeka emrantena modimba amoboye esonani nti otwanim say the subsequent games ebetime atwa so anu ya Luis Enrique nsema oti etuka na oko Lamine Yamal na soya ose Alvaro Morata oye player bia awo Eros no mu ope player bakwa motivating the pa na Alvaro Morata depia na Alvaro Morata and ni din come on obetimi aye who a good player must fight at or say some motivational message na odemano no and motivating no emane makoye emanom na abusua oko Guy Southgate asuya former 3 Lions of England manager reported himself or consider say outside football and yes be am prempray you know it's a Guy Southgate ebe coachy nensam no osim prempray there onye na adwen so coachy team bia and yes ma owura no ati etutwa ene anopay na Gelvi Lamine Yamal Gamer Abusuan Bayern Munich Arabono Amu ready say Umbetimi Esiakea Yeton Sam Emma War Nico Williams. Lamine didn't want to give me the water bottle and he always settled the stuff with rock, pepper, scissors. I won't. I know I am sama Urano ati to some our heroes num open player bakwa na onino ayonkofa I was so pa na Lamine Yamal na game crack koso na so catch Lamine Yamal say masa wo nsuo bia wonom sa nsuo na wo bottle mama bia o say masa o say wotimi fasting me ya ma dwen say me nsuo me ma o say she go and some pony and nsuo o say na ayonkofa da amontem nom and the best mo amanima koye ama Spanish national team na meti report be say on Sunday Madrid gamer Ombebo and the Spanish Primera División Santander no Endic obetime astate ate ama Madrid na afe emra Vini Junior anyoro Kylian Mbappe be pretty ate afe Vini ne side or na afe Endic akọ as a center forward wanimwa yere sansem no ejaw enano pay e wo dwumade no so na Christian Pulisic Abusia a star boy. They say Oko Melada or a player bakwa among Fanny Agro and your supporters to Tom Yanyo Denny Uye boy Christian Pulisic or Te Madrid or Teti Wamo what the Yawamo na Debano pay HM or say Nanite El Cromo on ya na drain se or cover beer and no iron summer run a final suya El Toja. Revelation Bia and a play mean second. HM's Manchester United at 21.4 million pounds. 21.4 million pounds. And some po and Eric Ten Hag, one more Pamua, Amakafa Ruben Amorim at the Abanti compensation, na 21.4 million pounds. And Eric Ten Hag at the a good bottom, Hans Fleck, it's Anna. To be the manager of this club and marvelous club and on Barca and manager say and who say Okoti Barca team no na opesa or team crew with Barca ningina mono wakari ache Barca fans say masa mususu mamutiri munya wode babi a pesa yare team na atuno enyade say yare team na atuo Ruud van Nistelrooy won 2 games against Leicester as Manchester United coach and opening their tutor Sir Leicester I want to say club kesiye girigiribia nemom ope amwa history our England war in terms of Premier League Leicester eka ho amonsom abe fight na fe baby o say team no amode kono amode ekowa yede ho nsem emawo Ronaldinho message to Barca. And now I'm birthday. I'm very happy to have been part of the story of this club. Happy birthday, Barca. I love you. And now the legendary Barca player, Ronaldinho, the messenger, Ote Abba and on play. Na Javier Tebas, Openiba Tete Vinicius Jr. Obakaya, Liverpool ne Madrid game no. Now Vinicius Jr. or the picture be about 110 or the tune Instagram page. And now oche Liverpool Real Madrid. Na abusia detenye in Spain no. I was say oche games na true movie star. Na adena akodani ya no. La Liga president Javier Tebas said that be nani nje ho nchori porto ate ama empenifo a yede ho nsem emawo na Alfonso Davies say empenifo at tabwa to so ontimi drive esanse 3 days ago and ajono empenifo kokoche no that's a policy for say waburo wachabi bruta and ode drive na empenifo say bi ontimi nyasa and it say Alfonso Davies ontimi drive and no aye reporter and no etotwa and na ano player yetirina emawo na abusia oko Cristiano Ronaldo so ya 780 in all club goals. That's 780 goals and a Cristiano Ronaldo etimi ase or say he's not tired of scoring. Omre say goals no abɛhyɛ still apɛsɛ ɔimprove ɛma ɔnasa na afei nima kɔ yie ɛde ɛma no a yɛde wo nsɛm ɛma wɔ na Mikel Arteta on Raheem Sterling asɛ Sporting Lisbon wa mo na mobi na nsɛn games no ɔma ne mmɔ ɛna ɔsɛ or believe set the time bedru a football nya de bia and a top players no obo say omu ja game wa omu say kan nambom ne abekɔ ye ate amana dummy omo according to reporter if he boss a camp ever HM say onye fully fit enti ana abawi say na say as a Hans Flick and manage ni situation kakra time da so Danny Omo onye fully fit enti ana omo games outdoor emfa ema team no na abusua odan wani koko piem awon samfu from a mamin fon to just Nico Jackson or they are to just last year dia oyeye at the ema ni team that is Chelsea afi opese oye de chance afi opese oye more at the ema team no say na se oni ko poma esia kan au pet no so a masa omre ose onim when to pass when yake ose o jump pet no so a bibia bia etani to be good enti team no bless say one more such a wonder kid or then some no to just enche bia enu 2-3 years cry enche bia Chelsea abete major trophy Chelsea abete nkru outdoor eno ayensema Nicholas Jackson ati etuka eno no player yatini na emma wo na okonsem fufroma I mean fan tuka Didier Peprah Joba osiseme kan me say munya botre emma akodano or say Chelsea for best from Nicholas Jackson. So munya proper center forward. Not Nicholas Jackson a brought behind the striker. And also pretty from either left or right. Ye are an excellent player or the a lot and abema Chelsea Bobo Kona. Ya don't some age and ano play na utwaso everywhere. Maminya we infamao na fe yan twaso and fan free live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV. Happy birthday to Charity Ansere. Charity Ansere. Happy birthday to Charity Ansere. Happy birthday. What is what do number? Na bianco ye emfa emwa and pay ya don some emma war oko Diego Pablo Simeone asya ano and pay metini area Diego Pablo Simeone Gonzalez at the Atuja sa ukomwa na cheseneno nyabe koye ama Atletico de Madrid onimsa ucha Atletico de Madrid at table in the La Liga and yaman tisasa di ope enkoye mano nemom ombe fight for titles afi on this note live on Oyerepa TV Oyerepa 100.7 FM and play your janso na fe yadin kofon cross seminar esi ha emra boss player atranse na show no etimi atwaso unim se non do na ya sorry I'm a sports heroes etimi atwaso boss player sometime otu champion atranse na fe ene de hono or the atwaso in the meantime and some doors on a pay into Ramu na amadin come on unim se like matches Premier League big games in the La Liga big games Serie A games and Antonio Conte at the El just say no Ukraine Inter Milan and other clubs I'm league aya kono and Fabio Capello or say Atalanta manager Jean Piero Gasperini observe abasubodie kese when na yansama and your fisem and a boss planning team at the Air 20 boss. Good morning once again. Kupama Nicholas Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Nicholas Jackson.
All right.
On one teammate.
Fantastic.
Ade.
Well, I'm busy.
On one teammate Kupama.
I know no one can more comment.
Nicholas Jackson a bon ambassador.
Okay. Zach, you can go ahead.
You be fine. Oh, correct. It's another weekend. So there were interesting games across Europe. You will enjoy. Na Enra after Brighton draw no, and Arsenal advantage of at least moving to second position on the league log as Omohwen's other teams no ebebo nyame adoma watchna. Now Msoto, last season I remember how West Ham United at a point in time, I mean, Arsenal and West Ham bought 3 games last season. Now the first 2, West Ham won the first 2 against Arsenal, but Kona a 3-1 in a cup game. Then Omoba Emirates, one of those games now, Arsenal yom calculation say I'm more in their quest to win the Premier League last season. No, now West Ham Kahumbi, Omoba Emirates ebe share Arsenal by 2-0, but Arsenal revenge in style in the second round, beating West Ham by 6-0 at the London Stadium. And this was how Arsenal revenge against West Ham after that 2 defeats now Mustafa in the house of West Ham. You know. They are under a new coach, Julian Lopetegui, who is under pressure because last week in a report by I'm on 2 games to save his job. Now 2 games now the man no. Baku was away to Newcastle United. Surprisingly, a game that no be any hope say Newcastle can get even a point from there. Newcastle 2-0 away. And Enama Lopetegui, I say he's still keeping his job comfortable at West Ham because the pressure was so year. Now, Oba against Arsenal team, Obi himself in the last 2-3 games, you know, after Odegaard returned to the team, you know, they are a different team altogether. Beating Nottingham Forest by 3-0 and winning 5-1 away to Sporting Lisbon. And see, this is a new Arsenal team after Odegaard joined the team. You know, it makes it very difficult to play against them. Now, so this is a game in the Premier League era. West Ham United team pa washo mododo pa Arsenal. They've lost as many as 36 league games against Arsenal, and the most they've encountered against any opponent in the Premier League era. And it's a show how comfortable Arsenal are because in 59 or so games they've played in the Premier League era, West Ham have only won 9 games against Arsenal. And so to show how dominant Arsenal have been when they are playing against West Ham United, whether a home or away, Arsenal are always the favorite. And now, one thing that I've seen, this is Arsenal almost solid back 4 now. I am adding to play and penetrate in. Now, Timber moves to the right. They have Calafiori on the left. Then the 2 reliable centre backs of Saliba and Gabriel as the 4 and 5. And I am adding to be able to play. One thing that last season, and I said early this season, then criticize Arsenal their substitutes, because one thing that Arsenal have a very good 11, but most you can bench to be ana the free actually to ana a suspect because the quality, the gap between who is starting and who is on the bench na emuwa. But at least now in middle no so bo party no bo Rice no bo Odegaard. One thing is sure, and they say Semeruno every bench ba he's as good as who is starting no, so he comes in with a lot of quality. Trossard and so every bench bar, you are sure say Trossard gives you a lot of quality as equal as Abia Martinelli and all the other guys now almost all no. Then now Gabriel Jesus also bench for Kai Havertz. And you know, Arsenal team so too recently now the squad depth better than what we saw last season in terms of who is coming from the bench. Just for example, say White Watona. Just imagine White being substitute to Timber. And I think say this is in terms of who are those coming from the bench. Look at the Arsenal team a lot of quality from the bench that they can change the game. Where the last game that Kudus will be missing in terms of the suspension. And West Ham and are not having a very good season at home. So to young call for West Ham 1, Arsenal 3. West Ham 1, Arsenal 3. Based on how Arsenal have dominated this fixture, so too, I don't see West Ham getting anything from this game or the London Stadium. Arsenal will win this game and move to second by the end of today. So too, the big game this weekend, as usual, the Adma Ochana, Anfield between Liverpool and Bobo Kwaya from Manchester City. Liverpool versus Manchester City. Before them, so too, this week, when Liverpool were playing the Champions League, and Liverpool supporters called Anfield with banners. FIGC for say they have to maintain Abante FN and Mo Salah. They think say based on what he has done for the club and what he is still doing for the club, he deserves to be maintained as a club. Bon, Mame, most goals contribution to put their team level or ahead in the Premier League this season. Adia most iron this season. For the past years, he has been at Liverpool. He has always been their top scorer. He gives you double figures every season. But this season, upon everything, why the Liverpool supporters think say yes, or you're 32 years of age. But what Salah is giving Liverpool, no, at this age, on your be our chess, na one day ever form. Yeah, him say players reach this age, and most of them, no, you see almost strength in ever form. But Mo Salah's speed, the decision making, his ability to pick passes and everything, he's on top. And on your screen, most goals contributions to put who team either ahead or level. And to say Ugo no, Emma will win and I say Emma will pick a point this season. Mohamed Salah NLED. And to share 6 goals and washa a go I'm a Liverpool a winning a game. And go a level a 4. And he on goals and watch this season no. A 10. It is either helping Liverpool to win the game or helping them to level at a point in time. And 10 goals are the highest. And in Haaland and a second. Haaland need the 9 goals assisting him. Brian Mbemo 8 in all. 7 goals, 1 assist. Bukayo Saka also 8. 2 goals putting Arsenal ahead and 6 assists leveling the game for Arsenal. In total 8. So it shows how Salah has been very influential in this Liverpool team. Bebrefee said he deserves that contract extension. No. Let's see what happens because we are told say for Virgil van Dijk day is almost done. So be extended. The Aka Salah and Abrantia if any Trent Alexander-Arnold and Trent there. Say Real Madrid do Muajim no. And something at the end because mostly we play Real Madrid about Eden because the things that they used to convince your player are Eden for the player to refuse to go. So the game itself, Bebrefee said, "Bon mame, Erling Haaland and Mikel Arteta. Since Haaland, Liverpool, City ball, Arsenal, and Haaland koye, Mikel Arteta said, stay humble, stay humble. Since Haaland koye sa indiscipline, at least someone who was coached before, even though as assistant coach, Obia or na Jumada."
To know.
So onu free one.
I think so.
Yes. Ateta free one now also. That season ending now and buy. So Ateta eba medal. Yeah. Yes, no obiya na we buy. And ti obiya o hwe bebia na Haaland gina. Nya we ball wie. Na u player. O ko park no so ko ya stay humble. Since then so too Haaland hasn't find his feet as a player. Man City as a team and so when you fit since Haaland Arteta say stay humble after Arsenal and City ebo sa draw na omo ebo ye no. And one interesting thing now again since that Rodri injury na onya against Man City so too anti
Arsenal
since City ebo sa draw na against Arsenal it was in September no. Man City has faced more big chances in the Premier League than any other team. And from that week, Samikaya, is it a week? Is it 3 or 4? We say early stages of the season. Yeah. And since that September, Rodri Epraye against Arsenal, City have faced more big chances in the Premier League. They faced 30 big chances in 7 matches. And people are saying that central defensive area, DM, the role of Rodri, I had a big miss for Man City since the prior because Kovacic hasn't been able to give them that cover that Rodri at the moment, and that control Rodri at the moment. No, Kovacic into and the teams are able to penetrate City easily without Rodri. And Omoko Anford. Now the question is if City can be able to at least go there and do the job against Liverpool there. Now I'm saying, CCIT, league table now. One thing is very clear. Enra ena bobo kwa from Brighton. Ebo draw nti omuso 23 points, City with 23 points. And it's a 8 points gap between the second and the first. Bon, my most biggest points gap over 10 in the Premier League era. Say, in terms of teams, elbow points gap, and a super team you over 10 a year. You see how they 12 points. The entire discussion about say from 8. If Liverpool are able to beat Man City, about 11 points, which am I any now on your screen in the Premier League era, points are not a super team be over 10 years or two. Now 13 points in 1997-1998. Arsenal. The next one 12-12. Manchester United in 92. Then the same Man United in 95 and 1996. If you look at it after Ochena, if Liverpool are able to beat Man City and move to 11 points, this discussion will come in. Say, yeah, team B. So at a point in time, in terms of points gap different, not all teams are over 10. Whether the likes of Arsenal, Man City, and all those class following Liverpool can be able to do that job. And so a big question that people are asking. But honestly, if you watch Ancelot's team, how they play, one thing that is too exciting. Let me tell you the post-match after Real Madrid game. Oh no, the first half, no. He realized that I said, no, I'm going to do. They were too, I'm going to go. So they made a lot of mistakes and gave easy balls to Real Madrid. So in the second half, I did catch up on this room. They said they should calm down. They should control the ball more. More prom and pass ball and from Maremai because Real Madrid only ball. Now more easy balls are in turnovers. They can easily punish you, and that is a big weapon of Real Madrid. So second half they came in, calmed down, and got the results that Omuhia. Konate is out of the game, and it's either Joe Gomez or that Gerard Kwanzaa. One of them will partner Abrante Feno, Virgil van Dijk, or Central, but any other player is available. Bradley also got injured, but the good news is that Trent is fit. And coach Nenra confirmed that he's fit to start the game against Man City. And so, City team, in their last game, I saw something. Most of their big guys, have returned. Brahim Diaz, in their last game, not on the bench. I saw Brahim Diaz on the bench. In the sense, in the state, because the last game, boy, he sat on the bench 90 minutes, one Bobby. Now, De Bruyne is back. Pep is trying to slowly introduce him in the game. Now, when they took a 3-0 lead, or did De Bruyne money push money the other guys in the bell, and it's fast because these guys clearly couldn't match the strength of Feyenoord team, and on Mote Kanama born here 3-3 at Anfield, a difficult game. I don't expect. Yes, able to have a very easy game based on where Pep is coming. Yes, at Anfield, also winning once since about Premier League, and that was the COVID year now. Supporters in the park, and Liverpool at Anfield. But since that, Liverpool at Anfield, he has struggled to get 3 points at Anfield since joining the Premier League. So Liverpool are unstoppable. They are playing the best football in Europe now. Team Pianoa, say Bayern Munich, say Barcelona, so Inter Milan, whoever you are, based on how Ancelotti team that started, they are playing the best football, and I think some to I will Anfield one so too. Yes, City will give a fight. Send the they won't go there and could diagram because Marco says matches are winning. At Anfield they'll give a fight. By him to Yanko 2-1 win for Liverpool. It was our game because I believe that they will turn things around. But a bad game for almost a Mokako winning. And for the 2-1 win for Bobo Kwa, you from Liverpool and so United, I'm not much now. Ebabo at home to Everton. So, one thing is clear. In the first 2 games of Ruben Amorim, at least how he wants his teams to play football is clear. So, or a clear way of how or no person the team set up and play football. Now, Mr. The first game Amorim is playing at home in the Premier League. And the Okobaka Amorim Ako in his last 22 home games from last season, from Sporting Lisbon, ABC in them so too, he has won or not even a single draw and a wabo in the games now wabo from last season. And Osha 72 goals scored at home, 13 goals conceded, and 12 clean sheets in Bon. So Osha way no Ruben Amorim's total the last 22 home games he has played from last season on top with just even a single point at home. Or winning so to where in the first game he's playing at home in the Premier League. And Osha the goals now Osha and the money because Osha goal difference now. The team no has 72 goals. And I'm see only 11. And
team there
Meka Ruben Amorim. Say
no organic team numbers.
Oh, say from Meka from Sporting last season as
Meka Aslan boy.
And Aslan boy and Ruben Amorim.
Oh, okay. The third team no.
Sa team na. Nti if your goals na the team no at home scores a lot of goals. Nti born the first game. Nam so to only say since 2003 2004 the Amorim United against Bodo Glimt no on record they completed 700 plus passes. Nti bobo no ye no na United are completed 723 passes, and the highest United have ever completed since 2003-2004. Again, United about 72.4% possession. Once again, it is the highest United have registered since 2003-2004. United registered 20 shots and we have 40 touches inside the opposition box. Eti Omuko against Bodo Glimt, United catch a ball 47 times in the opponent 18-yard box. Again, the highest United have ever seen in European major competition since 2003-2004. It's a immediate impact. At least we are seeing the Amorim handwriting in the United team based on possession. 72.8 at the highest since 2003-2004. United in it's clearly you are seeing he wants you to dominate the game. Or a clear way of you playing football. It is either that way or you are out of the team. Again, so for you to see say or how he wants his team to play, you will see clear identity between from the Ipswich and the Bodo Glimt game. No, it's one. My Ipswich how United no more up no. Then you compare it to the Bodo Glimt. So Ube say he our clear way he wants his team to play. And on your screen, this is how he bursts up. The Oyane say, Oma Onana ebe the third centre back. And from goal kick. What they do is that so the central centre back no, who I delete will drop in and out to Ugati to form the double pivot. Then Onana will come in as a centre back. And so on 3-2. Nabakono I free. And in football to team be no better me from goal kick a press team with 5 players and then you are in trouble. And it's the most you can say press from goal kick a 4. I just want a 4. And because of Onana's playing as additional centre back, no, they overload you there. They will find a way the passing lane because all the 4 no kwa.
And then no even know the ball Ipswich no, and Ipswich there no Amosi.
And why am that so? And why Ipswich ni and one that so.
Okay.
And Ipswich will find a passing lane. Okay. The only problem against Ipswich here first half no because of Eriksen and Casemiro. And Ipswich for no overran these 2 guys no. But second half, who say Ode Ugalti Belmono, I think it was stable. And this is how he set up from goal kick. And say born echo fast no the body glate the number from goal kick so you will see similarity and change and team to from the word go and team to any on change he has brought yes that is the word identity. This is something that I've been missing for a very long time. Vanguard remember I'm from United. David Moyes I'm from United. Mourinho Bobo I'm from United. Ten Hag struggled to give United this identity. And against Bodo Glimt any. Onana come in to form the back three. Then the late no join it into any. So the advantage and necessary mechanical team Biennois you press with 5 from a goal kick.
Okay.
So ball quit anymore. When they are attacking, you see say they will get a passing lane, an extra player to pass the ball to. At any point in time, they will get a team to look at it. It's at this stage, run a pass ball away, then he goes back into 3-2-5. The 5 push. HSA will fall back now. The ball they will get one extra man overloading you to get a passing lane. And to way add Amoateng identity. We add the Amoateng ball I introduce Old Trafford. And you know, after one thing is very clear. Yes.
Not the amount for can I say. You talk about an identity or describe an identity when that identity has faced tests. Or team decide identity is share kukudam nanka. But said the yesterday, we check all the 8.5 minutes and I educate my lecture on the Amoateng identity. An identity which is yet to prove, at least, all Manchester United, because anybody at all was going to beat Bodo Glimt. The Van Nistelrooy, Ten Hag, they were going to beat Bodo Glimt. And I switched into. Yes, we are enjoying the lecture. Doc, we are enjoying the lecture, Prof. But, yeah, now when you're
oh, say, you can't say team na ye.
Oh, there be say we oh aye.
Oh there be.
Na there been since 2002 we see na.
I say eh. I say example say
identity nim face test. On say me also to myself. No man. I want this identity to face tests. Bia identity no their ball. Bia asking like question ngage no jwan. Bia the middle table club bia. But say identity and then switch ball draw. Now the way you are espousing the identity, no. And then I say, yeah, no, other than that, I think I enjoyed the lecture.
So the argument, just 1 week of training, but United ever no
more. Okay.
And I mean, say, coach is previously no. One thing that will be a complaining say upon the money that United spent, no. But at least we just 1 week of training. Or maybe I say, this is how I want my team to play, even though and perfect. But I still say they'll play this way. And I know say a bit ye that and also now work switch this season. At least in the first 45 minutes against switch Emma this system no a very good test. When you say in the Premier League, team I want to make a pan or press a pan in the Premier League switch. And to boy the yes, they are there down there. But they ran a lot. And to share in the first 45 minutes, they ran a press United. At least they gave that system a test in the first half. Second half, Amoateng Sisan and Yama at least Omunya control, even though not created a lot of chance. I think say he has given the United team at least a clear way of playing football. So now okay, my Wednesday, even watching Everton very stubborn side because of how defensively.
Everton.
And Wednesday.
Wednesday, why?
Against Arsenal or Emirates.
Yeah, that test will be put to that identity will be put to a real test. And Everton, likely say test may survive. Because now Arsenal establishing intentions when they went to CP, Sporting CP say okay, he's not there, but this is the legacy he left. Let us. I had said first, was to kwa no nyame what me bonko. Ni ag to bi. Say o papa o fa back and my baba. And I didn't know ja on that na ko say no kra. They dismantle. And a very new identity, His friend. But honestly, against Bodo Glens, I enjoyed him. On set, it looks like players will improve. It looks like relative to playing for him. I say almost there's some fear in negative sense. Fear as in you need to perform your task or
you're out of it.
You are out. You see that you don't see relaxed players. But one thing I also realize is or a certain type of players or pay. Oma omnimbo. Players who can use their feet very well, but directly where the ball should go. And until I quite say, the Ivorian Gamad will have a lot of playing time with him. Wow, unimbo pan hompel, and you were sporting CP for now. And again, the team no, they are very dangerous when they have the ball. Without the ball, you see an average team. Meaning say, but if you realize that, say omukra ball
of the ball structure.
Omukra ball out. So I mean, they are very dangerous.
They are very dangerous. Yes.
But without the ball, you realize that you can also attack them.
Attack them, yes.
Let's hope he built what he intends doing. He's a good guy.
No, I think so.
But I also am madam for him.
Yeah. You guys of you are that was here.
I like his style. But
no, he's that. Those young guys now. Artist Mobano, Alonso, Ateta, no, because of like Omomo.
As this Anna coaching now,
they want you to see what they want to do.
But they build the teams around players.
Yes.
Now when they lose players,
I was an almost
the key man is a Norwegian guy with John Medford, Sporting CP.
Hormand.
Yes, Hormand.
Yes,
Hormand. What him say? Denmark. Who say? The guy is key.
His confidence. Just a ball.
He's a 17-year-old boy on the right side.
Kweda.
Oyerepa. So those are the plenty of cars. The process of the recruitment process at Manchester United will change. Because young boys who can run and play the ball. Yeah, we should work.
Let's see. I think
imagine a number.
He has to win the first game against Everton at home in the league. Now,
Everton, I'm saying,
they are not convincing, sir. Even though you can't the Everton.
Position,
Everton at I think Everton are 15th. With 11 points.
I just said they've not come out of their problem.
Yeah. Until watch more on and off, but where you expect them to get a but in their last bare 1, 2, see bare 9 games thereabouts, they've not just won against Southampton. Draw against West Ham, draw against Fulham. They won 2-0 against Ipswich away. Newcastle ball 0-0. They beat Crystal Palace 2-1 and on money Leicester so ball 1-1.
And very difficult for Amorim. Reason is Everton will not come and attack.
So you have more of the ball. You have
Okay, so babe, Brandon, that can be a good lecture on identity, brand identity, the Amorim identity.
So Morena, this is what to expect.
See,
yes, and this is what you will see. But there's more to that. I mean, you need more than an identity. Identity there.
But you first need an identity.
You need it because I was the first interviewer to a brother here with Manchester Press is emphasizing on that aspect. So he wants people to know United without thinking. This is what United brings to the party. So when you're more bar, we now being a free more. I mean, it was what steady. I mean, every big manager, trophy winning manager, there's a kind of football you can associate with him. Oka Carlo Ancelotti, are you talking about a tactically flexible manager, or related so much or depending so much on the players available to define how he will play? Because of the background, an Italian, and because of how he played, you don't say footballers sometimes coaches, no, the position a play a part in their philosophy, because that is what, if show my lens or the show ball time or by na a position of born and develop this idea when it trims. When he becomes a manager, the first thing Obeni say quite enough as born or to 2 years. So Pep Guardiola as a midfielder, we were extremely talented in the central zones for that Johan Cruyff dream team of Barcelona in 1992. Amukoche Sampdoria the Champions League. So to study Pepper, he emphasizes so much on midfield compatibility and dominating your midfield, because that's where he's coming from. What they saying? The managers no more sad, you know. So Ancelotti as a midfielder from Italy, and to a time of starting, you know, issues he had at Juventus before he moved to AC Milan. He realized that players are war and now the chess system. So he's a tactically flexible manager, excellent with man management. And so too, he depends on players available. Obo Ancelotti at the Ekanal. Obo Pep Guardiola, from his days at Barcelona to Bayern Munich to Manchester City, he is stubborn with his identity. He will stay glued to his identity. And for also best sacrifice it, players are among for ball mudin so my idea. Among for Gigi Omoso if you don't fit into his system. And Yaya Toure was a victim. Because Yaya Toure interview, like I say, at Barcelona, he wanted to be more offensive. Pep Guardiola said, look at someone like Seydou Keita, how he was using him. He had this plan. Obama young players opportunity. Because of Barcelona, Johan Cruyff, a coach or man kwala opportunity in developing them. Sadia Urani Muan or Dieba. At Bayern Munich, tactically stubborn. Obey experiments. And some of the experiments be fairly down to Manchester City. So the tiki-taka football. And one about Pep Guardiola when you mention Jose, he's like a small axe that goes after the big trees. Sana Jose Ayeno. We feel like we are being oppressed. So we go with that act. Today, he create a scenario, say, on only team no a team or more from, but they will catch the big ones. So ugly football, what we call beautiful football, dark art football. That is what he brings to the party. He motivates his players to go to the field and go for the kill. That's what we do. It's all about winning, and that's the Jose mentality. The Part 20 in Kojina Pomu, never one counter attack in Beshel, near baby any 3 points. End of story. And that was Jose Mourinho. Obo Klopper will to Rafranik and Manebia. They believe in the mechanic football, the Jenjen pressing. So Ruben Amorim Suhune say, so no so bad I see a boy Amorim a Bowie the canon. And his first thing is a stray back. Yes, there are various forms of transition in the stray back, but Mania clear to the world. Short passes, quick movement, goalkeepers involved, discipline and hard work. Then he will try as much as possible to get one proper center forward or a beast. Anytime you book game, you no be able anything. That is Ruben Amorim. And so far, I think so good with identity. But so after the identity, so team managers mabo mudin na. So one fat trophy and Kahwa Baba to Obisa Marcelo Bielsa. Obaba to Obisa Rafranik. You be boarding for lectures, but I am boarding for trophies. And that's our the best coaches na name or more. You got Xavi Alonso, who he won the Bundesliga or do the DFB Pokal final, the Europa League final. His name has been mentioned. Obaba Carlo Ancelotti for winning the Champions League and winning the La Liga. His name has been mentioned. Obaba Pep Guardiola, Dean Suka coaches are shortlisted. Why is Guardiola in there? He won the Premier League. Obabo De La Fronte of the Spanish national team. Why is he here? Because of the Spain national team, no, the Euros. Young squad to bringing the best out of the players, and they won the Euros. Now when you're Linus Scaloni of Argentina, so no Sudin won because he also won the Copa America. If you want your name to be mentioned among the best, the identity is there, but the trophy must say, I must speak for you. And trophies remember a constant win and consistency. And the identity number, but so to you demand resource from him. And yes, I'm so to say about Barcelona Bielsa Dimpa. You the Bielsa coaching tree. Coach is a go as you 33. But so to argument amount for the BR. And the best separated the top managers from Marcelo Bielsa trophies. You see or no there, need any theories. But book the no so to trophy na ntimi. So Ruben Amorim must add trophy. That is what Manchester United fans are waiting for. Constant win. Now so to to answer Pep Guardiola can't say. You say this was an interview. You know, say which team can be consistent for 10 years? Not in NBA, not in tennis, not in golf, and not in any sports. You won't find anyone as consistent as us. I'm sorry. This is Pep Guardiola. I mean, currently he's in crisis. November was a bad month for the club Manchester City. I mean, conceding 15 goals, suffering defeats left, right, center. Then in attempt to defend himself, Mr. Tuo, what raising issue be where he's talking about consistency in any sports for 10 years. Now, Mr. Tuo, in the NBA, from the 90s, there have been teams are dominating. A typical one being the Chicago Bulls of Michael Jordan. That Michael Jordan team now. They were solid from 1991, 92, 93. Chicago Bulls ebeje the NBA 3 times at the Atwaso. That was when Michael Jordan be free basketball and football and name kakra nams to asamba back to the Chicago Bulls almost from 96 to 98. So in terms of consistency, for a 10-year period, the Bulls won the NBA for 6 times. But I'm still too after you in the 20s, in the 2000s. Because you remember 2000s, and I'm still too started so more because for 10 years. Nipano did 20 years, now started the process. After 10 years, he's 30 years. So too, the story of the Chicago Bulls is a different thing altogether. Now, when you read 2000s, when we are talking about more modern when it comes to NBA, you don't hear their name. Then you have Golden State Warriors, so Baby take you over with Coach FN Steve Kerr. Somewhere around 2015, and now from 2015 now, Western Conference, they won 2015, we need 2017, 2018, 2019. Now Masaba back in 2022. But they were not consistent for 10 years. Because so Mr. Tuo last year, the playoffs of the NBA, Golden State Warriors went with them. But this is a team Mr. Tuo, LeBron James, among for can in the NBA, only a lot of trophies because that team now benya Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they dominated the NBA. But just like Pep Guardiola is saying, for 10 years running, it was from 2015 up to around 2020. Omeko offer come back around 2022, and that was the end of the story. After 2022, I'm still to Boston Celtics. Ultimately, the NBA, Golden State Warriors are struggling to even get to the finals of the Western Conference. Nankampuso mefrio akọ the finals of the NBA, omkakosia the champions of the Eastern Conference. Nanke hono omakakoje the championship. And for 10-year period, the dynasty of Golden State Warriors was not able to survive for 10 years. Baby, a debate kakra will be the issue of tennis. Because to so tennis nedia, Rafael Nadal, Djokovic mo, Roger Federer for a 10-year period, these guys dominated. But say, analyze some Pep Guardiola kana. He's talking about one person. He's not talking about a clique. Us that fantastic four, the British International and Andy Murray, Now when ya Roger Federer, Djokovic, no abenya Rafael Nadal. Sa four no ebe dominate to whether it's the Australian Open, whether it's the US Open, whether it's Wimbledon or the French Open, the Roland Garros and the crimes to sa four in and normal ye. Also obenya Roger Federer being a specialist on grass court. Inti so no about grass na you do Wimbledon e hono kwa make sure so kwa kwaje. Then you get Djokovic. So no so born home when it comes to the hard court. To whether the US Open or the Australia Open. A draw so no make sure so beje. Then when ya Abrante fan Rafael Nadal on your friend the king of clay. Inti anu so a drew the French Open court na surface near clear. Ubo say Abrante your friend Rafael Nadal so about TSM. So one person dominating these four major activities tennis, it was not possible for 10 years because we have a sound. So to some extent, it might look like an excuse from Pep Guardiola. But I'm so told if you are really breaking it down, dominating a sport and dominating a particular competition for 10 years has always been difficult for any side. And that is the story. In Tibisoto, City I think Pep Guardiola can. It might look like an excuse, but share other sports it's a genuine thing. 10 years, no be Jinaso Saadi episode 2 and 10 was sports. But City will have to give a response against Liverpool. And yes, and you better to say time Jose Baena Norma Alex Ferguson position. That might be the story. Maybe a new king is coming on board. A bad time or no Pep Guardiola and a buyer, Mr. Two. You hold your Alex Ferguson in 2 Champions League finals. You two, if you remember that story, Anabon Ferguson blow one more. Now that Barcelona team, which was formed by Pep Guardiola. That might look like the story. It might be look like as at the end is coming a year near because onslaught from nowhere. Ebano started so biemu in the league. I can't tell who be that people might start questioning Pep Guardiola and whether the end is near. And I say you need to look for a challenge elsewhere. City need to give a response to two. They need to give a response. And there's no better response than the opponent time to a man for this or not ever take you over from you. Is it possible? To some extent. It depends on how City better turn your man. City have a very soft midfield. But the tactical fouls, which was a key asset in Pep Guardiola's football, you know this time around the game. Guardiola team names to they won't let you enjoy possession like you want. They will split you. They will open you up. You have a lot of headaches. Apart from the center forwarder, almost with 2 center backs, no problem. You have wingers. They are not static. Also, the Pep Guardiola system, it operates with static wingers. It's number 11 for him to 2, almost 11. We are talking about wingers with exceptional movement. But you say, because when you are playing Savino, you can predict that the heat map and wings one another. If you are playing Jeremy Doku, we are talking about a player or Jeboa. He's going direct take-ons and dribbles in any asset. Contrary to the kind of wingers and Pep Guardiola able. Wingers that will cut in to support the center forward, confusing your defensive shape. It looks like Pep Guardiola tried changing his hands. And so too, said the foundation is cracking. I don't see City surviving. I think the best for City will look like a draw. I'm looking at how City can stop Salah. It's a key question. The midfield of Liverpool, you will not see names. But I to say Klopp with Henderson, Fabinho, and Jorginho Wijnaldum. But now you see what individual. Never did say we name top midfielders, top 10 midfielders. About any of them did. But he was getting the job out of them as a unit. That is the story of Liverpool. Yes, Szoboszlai. I mean, he's there. When you told me, I don't say Nemo be pen and paper on both top 10 midfielders. I bet they saw Dominic Szoboszlai in the McAllister. People will struggle to put his name in the top 10. Gravenberch. Mr. Toyan Fanny Dinshim. But Kasami and Sani Bomwa, they look extremely balanced, ready to torment any opponent. Difficult task for Manchester City. But let's see if they can manage a draw. That noisy venue, which is Anfield. Germany match and that is Dortmund. Any a year.
My over identity match,
I just talked about Ruben Amorim.
I didn't look at the
match. No, to make me point is that he need to start winning. What will to at? Oh, come send the way he be my born. Southampton, they have a solid identity, but because they are losing, nobody is talking about Russell Mountains. Or about identity, pa.
It's your identity should bring results.
Exactly. Last season, Mr. Otuo.
Would say I can't Mourinho identity because,
and that's why
because he gets results with identity.
So far, on your top level results, that would elevate him to that.
Or even level. With Sporting CP.
No, what results?
Oh no, you look at the
club. Be Portugal, a Portuguese team about the Champions League. Let's not make it look like Ibinsi.
Oh no.
Yes.
When you take over Sporting CP, at a time where there was a big gap between them and the big boys, you win the league on 2 occasions. This season, he had not lost a game. He played a Champions League. He had 10 points from a possible 12. I mean, that is. You see, you don't.
That is a
look. You just mentioned Amorim.
Yeah.
Onslaught.
Yeah.
What has he done?
Mama science.
So the sign he has given more than the science.
Amorim has science.
Well, I'm more than the
science.
You
say next slot.
You see, to win the Portuguese league with Sporting CP is a good sign. It is say, means sure I would not Aston Villa. Yes, AJ Premier League.
Okay, it's a good sign
to some extent.
Yes, but who make you the special one? I don't be cut up for no.
Oh, but I think nobody has said.
And no, na me so 200 me free ba. A sign. Thiago Motta with Bologna. Wama signs. But we drew level na ebe jina tum no is to win something with Juventus.
So no win league.
That's the point.
But Amorim has won the league.
No, Moto. Wama sign Eddie Bologna Remo was the top 4. But ansana ebe start aje Thiago Motta di no. As I say, or coming up against Conte at Napoli, Simone Inzaghi at Inter, the AC Milan team, Gasperini at Atalanta, back or sell no beje. Even when there is injuries. I want to mark Thiago Motta enya basubodi o deserve. And then Mr. Alonso Dia Ababeka Kesefono. It's because there was a big club, big giant. Like a club like Bayern Munich, he won against them and got to the finals of the Europa League. And to your Kromu Mr. Tu, Sabaya Amanone. Quit to some extent Ruben Amorim. So science ebema club ababe faudie. What's it? But the ebema yajiwatum say you have come while arriving. So budget trophies, which we are yet to see it. That is point I mean me making. Inti anoni adia trophies. At top level. You see, there are trophies, the old trophies. Trophies are making. Listen to the kind of trophy that I'm talking. I'm talking about top trophies. Slot, we are born about for the science. Ruben Amorim, you are born about for the science. You are finding Kokan Suro for Zach. Sam Amorim, winning with Sporting.
So Amorim is better than Slots.
No. Watch the science.
No, in terms of the science, they have both showed, no.
No, we are about a different form of sign in a top league.
Oh, that's all I have know about top league.
And you through or try back, you didn't make home. Mato Andres Villas-Boas was a big guy. And he born about so. The next Josie. Over Premier League, what happened to him? And I'm so to review that story. He disappeared. Now he's not even in coaching, he's into managerial affairs, management of a club. I'm saying at the end of the year. But FVB was known as the next big thing after Jose from Portugal. And to bet me actually Portugal. But back as if one more. Even Pep Guardiola, after winning the Champions League with Barcelona, defeating that Manchester United team. Well, that United team was not bad though. They had Fergie as their manager, experienced manager. People were still saying so about Premier League he would struggle. He needed to come and justify himself in the Premier League. And Sanam so twice I feel was okay. Pep and say, oh, yeah, Pep and Casa. Even after winning 4 trophies in one season, all in the Premier League, or didn't in Ampono. I'm not forced one day Champions League on Drew. And I'm still told sounds common for Pep. When he was not winning the Champions League with Manchester City, people were still raising doubt about how good he is as a manager. Now what do you want the Premier League in Pep Guardiola not just to so people are still questioning how top he is. Because I'm saying Barcelona pen or the Champions League. Barcelona pay. I'm so went to with Bayer, so he needed to prove at Manchester City. Now, Mr. Two criteria we set it all, and Sunday will be a rather elite level. Now, Oje Portugal was here found account.
Young Quanium
manager, I'm a science spec.
When I'm on the
What to your quay anymore? I mean, this Ronaldo issue is not really being talked about. Ronaldo from Brazil scored 414 goals. Ronaldo from Portugal has 915 goals. Was it 501 goals more than the great Ronaldo? But the goals now also, it looks like about somebody say them are brand and form. Because how I will remain solid throughout from time of free Sporting Birmingham United and market one. But that would be a story for another day. Now to Germany. Another Vincent company. Among Fogusu Bonechi Germany or your call press conference. In same your kind of say sometimes you wonder what people want from him. Because one moment he's a bad coach, one moment he's a good coach, another moment he's a bad coach, but he has a good team. Nina and some uncle for Kafan or Germany. No? And you told him the emotions I want some man brand and a person. But on Masando recent matches were a year Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. And to this is it. It's always an interesting game to go and watch. It promises to give you goals because average 3 goals or even more. Somewhere around 20 a year, 2024, that was last year, and MI 2 goals. But Mr. 2, most of it is either 4 goals, 6 goals, 4, average 3 goals or more. And Mr. 2, any fixture that can give you that high amount of goals always is fun. Because football, no, they pay your goals.
Okay.
And in America, for no, sometimes football, one goal pen beba. But no kotena basketball court. We told him to score 101 points. Nobody score 92. So he see a lot of air baskets. Into your mobile prefer NBA over football because air tournament no na di any but football you beat me when the time we ba kotena no anya ba akukura he. So this is a kind of match. Even neutrals love to watch it. Yes, to some extent, I have one way. And I kill the vibe with the Dortmund Bayern Munich matches. When to the Kenya one way, and then Dortmund is share Bayern, and then Bayer total dominant going to share the last 10 years that screen is well. You are looking at Bayern Munich doing so well to win 8 out of it. Then you get Dortmund with 1-1, getting 1 draw and winning 1. Okay. And yet, how unbalanced a match here? A match, no, so 2 acquire Bayern Munich winning 8, 1 draw, and Dortmund 1. In terms of goals, in terms of attacking, in terms of entertainment, this is one fixture, but acquire 1 win in a hard game. Last year, under Tuchel, Dortmund to be winning by 2-0. So you're looking at under Vincent company. Watch a Champions League now. Answer automatic qualification. Nuri Sahin at the Dortmund wo. Or coaches or mama automatic qualification. So there's a new face. Company and any Nuri Sahin. So we'll be looking at the battle between the 2 new faces. 7 matches Bayern Munich is yet to concede. There's a company a strengthened defense. So we'll look at how you take into that game against Nuri Sahin. So as usual, I'm expecting an over 2.5. And a win for Bayern Munich. I think Monday see a better national near above Vincent company abaso when it comes to this particular tough match, Mr. 2.
Good, Mr. Obede Champon, and I got as his for identity man. Nah, or Pel tip be sure when Ten Hag came. That is, but Zach, Munyana life, manu. Oh no, not your one or just so. And you know, allow him.
Yeah, so very
Back home in Ghana, our Premier League on. My home interest. I mean, they can play some of the voices. So right, JY appear. And some catchers we also repeating an interview how the Malik Jaber.
Yeah, Malik Jaber.
And at 10 o'clock on Sports Heroes. Yeah. Malik Jaber. All about him. All you need to know about him. And any American. But over JY appear, Yaw appear, or say there are serious concerns about the buses distributed by to the club by the GFA. According to him, the buses are outdated and overreached, which casts doubts on their quality and long-term value to the clubs. Yeah, come back. As Mr. Apia further questioned the source of funding for the buses, urging clubs to demand transparency and accountability from the GFA. Regarding their acquisition, he emphasized that the clubs should not remain passive, but instead ask critical questions about the procurement process. Additionally, Mr. Yaw Peprah called on the government to intervene by forming a committee to investigate the purchase of the bus, and suggested that such a move would promote transparency and ensure that the clubs and ambassadors receive proper explanation. That is one. Okay.
When you grab in tin about some top bus am a class. Now okay quite. Now bus you manufacture 208 and 209. I think capacity so near. To be a top bus or them a class. All answers the question is I didn't tell one answer but a class. One more problem in lances. I saw me maybe the car bus and I saw me who the cost of the buses. And then I walk class buses other country. I got talk over 8 bus. And then over 8 bus you were Ghana. Part of and these are the question says here bisa class no say some bisa se sika no free e sika no the baasi emfa anya den eno nyina se bisa ana na akoto baas ye sure say baas so ba na ehun nyina atete so am so ehun no e na ye petie ye nwura inside na wo the baas e che obi a e battery ni so tight egu ase asai fuse box ye the teletopan aye titi nyina atete o sa baas ye the che nipa e here is the time e say class no sorry no one kata sebia mu ewia kura na ye say na say akobo ebia akobo boy anajo na ka na say Kutie ya Robert Ba, no be prepare na eye Ghana na sofa. And now kole konya accident a play to me pra eye Ghana na sofa. And this is the time at a class ni na sorry. Wori mu ba bi etika fit the cost of the bus. Ye bisa ni entia o kraba amu on ma. Bus e di be 20 years. Sebi mu nipa no kraba no obu obekra ta bus na ma. Onu be kra ta bus na tiremu. Ozi enta chi kra no V8 na e office no ni nyina na e tie rubber. Ye wodi ma RF ni nyina tie rubber. Ye la tisi ni de ma I know where the room to Molan. And the class, no, attract a moo. Run one here, you have far more. I said, I buy coins to commission, near go into the purchase of the bar. I said, I buy him. The better FIFA money cranny at the buyer, and the bread Ghana Effie, and farm comma cat Effie. And yes, I buy trust in yet high. I buy Timon trust in yet high. I said, I buy him. But to the Kolonia accident, I buy assets in April, I buy players, the citizens in April, medical bills in the car ko say ko mu Robert Kotake won ma they na go against abai e be ka say insecurity e bi na on the politics abai no anya ne ne ma yama platform for performance akofo na nke we dey fa amanyo ho ade bia ne we fa nipa ho abai no to be more concerned about what is happening.
JY appear Zach, that is Ebino no. Again, maybe then you pick where you want to go. Again, I think this executive council Otuado issue, in my opinion, has been yes, some others, but and then Henry Asante Chum reveals that some member of school question Otuado, okay, no, Hearts of Oak and Asante are set for a clash. Okay, almost match somewhere FM 10 FA Cup. And then so there are no league matches. And the rest. So Zach Yankwana Afina Mr. Akomia Sechi Ajimai. Baba Betans.
What was my idea?
I know something.
Yeah. Okay.
Open but also something.
You around the Ajimai. Say the banner one so the Ajimai.
Oh, but
and I my bano.
Why no, you go for
the bano.
Only banner.
I never had that.
But on fault,
Nana Kumia Ogo Vio.
No, some cobos.
Okay.
Not me, Jim will be an any. No, some
no, no more day. My
own
video we are the party called political rally. Not to pick up Nachi say what tribute a deal. I go if you pick up better money, tipper, be see from. Or to pick up a loser, woman basket.
Yeah.
Now to all tribute or tea at the end of the to corner about corner by enough you are going at that for me.
Really, you go home.
Well, home group grand moon or that confirm back what's on me.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, go exactly.
And I'm saying, I come here born home then. But I see so frequent.
Oh, about the.
Me quote the AO. Fanai.
Okay.
Oh, over the way.
Yeah.
Over the way, I say, Obi, born in charge. Obana and come and kind of action on my idea. I will not try. Obananka, Yakazi. Okay. Young boy, like.
So, Abafi. Now, I don't pay me who the statement Esco for the early year. Now, I mean, why these guys went, as I mean, if they try to normally as a Mabafi. Adi, Obianim said, Otto is going to continue the job. Obianim said, you guys, majority of you, led by, and I say headed by Ureketokroku, Ewo, Otto Afase, Edmonoso or Twaso. And see, reports no about one thing, Otto would continue, they will beef up the technical team and ten. No, Unsianka Samnonka, Ayakwada. But what's your statement now? Like, maybe any statement in them. Say, about the 50 name pages every year, and a school for a regional chairman of the region for no, you bush the questions. And oh, ye and what now, one who said there will be a short force war, and then. And you know, what next? They didn't tell us. Also, Oman fans, say, and you know, we have Yajet to say, or Twasso, or the man come. Then they went further and says, yeah, catch and say, yeah, consultation. Look at all these gimmicks. As a only gonna for Diagrobi. You need position on Otuado. And you know, Monday statement in the Bayano. Put it in there. Mobia will say, and you know, you did to me say, he's the man, you just on to the monso. Now, some answer. But I said, or more. Yeah, some of the data I say, they are not telling Ghanaians their position. Even though being in position on the coach, say on one about to also I know you ma. It's me read what kind of statement is this? Say where they are and get better senka mubedi number pana 20 months on wako. Now a man who has admitted say on why the decisions have caused disunity. Who said a problem? He himself had admitted that the decisions have caused disunity in the Blasters team. On one confirm saying the decisions that were taken previously, I'm in a team no and come players are refusing to come and play for the Blasters today because of Otwaro Nyama Waye. Then we are comfortable saying say it should continue. Now the problem, the bigger picture ni. Some of the players now are mano. Yeah, boy, last game, without a lot of our first team guys near, you know. Ghanaians now, in your jet to me say, boy, my boy against Niger, you call Angola. Baby, I say, without those guys, most of the guys are on boy big game, you know. Blackers, no, any everything, the indication is very clear. Say, and Oma mana say we mu nko justify themselves am yen hu say yam frɛ party mo ne jukumu salisu mo when lamte mo ne semenyo mo ne the other guys now these guys are better and can play no they fail to justify. It's clear say those players that are refusing to come because of Otto no. Otto is still there. So how is he now going to reconcile? Because one clear say upe mzoto say uwo party playing at that level at any point in time one friend will shine will be ankasa. When you are not calling party, then you are winning. They will not complain. But the moment Mr. Tobo Bono lose, and answer one Shebiano, the argument will come in say, why are you calling your best midfielder in Europe? In party. Now, again, the argument will come, even though some you know, embassy may from Magana. But the fact that people are watching him week in, week out, playing very well, scoring for the club at Bournemouth, no. So who throw before for no one, the argument will once again come in and say, why are you not calling Semenyo? And these are all guys that one way or the other, your decisions have stopped them from coming to play for the team. And I think we have a lot of things to do going forward to get the best guys, our best players in Europe, bring them together, coach them very well, because I believe say Otto the coaching is no problem. Everything clearly shows that on one to coaching no problem. But if you speak to the FA hierarchy, especially the president, the chief of staff, and that guy is almost if you trap the training, I say Pep Guardiola. I'm so coaching the Aquano, Buta, boys and the Bara, or a crown, or training, pa, Mumfa movement, drills, and yina, or say as a Pep Guardiola. In the they have a lot of trust in Otto, say he is the best man to do the job, but their statement wasn't something that I think say encouraging. So, JYP answer no. But so is this your cars be out in Kramba Kromasi? It was a do stage down in Kramba Kromasi. 10 years. And you know, we know we share so we know what's about 2008. 2008. 2008 as I say into 2018 10 years. And by now I just say a D 20 D15 and
16 years.
16 years. Any akraba kromasi. And if I hear about it, you see, baby, I'm you should ask some questions. Say I'm pass after 10 years unto incredible kromasi say as Nama confirm me here. And so if I hear about kromasi, I'm for port water by. And you didn't ye car. Yet in Crumble Chromasi, didn't ye a Chromasi. And see, me feel say if I'm pass there documents to prove say cast be why in 2008 for that matter and qualify the Chromasi ya. Muto and if you are serious, whoever committed this crime should face the law. Say, and then how were they able to maneuver their way through the port to amaze our kind of everyone? And to me, how the manager appear if cars no send us being settled, it be as for say 2008. Now your documents to prove that 2008. So then these guys, because you can't just because you have links. Then you go and use your Katashi way and honor. Now people are even saying that a lot of things were changed to deceive a friend saying authorities, you know, in terms of how quite fast so they kind of far. So all the many JYP say JYP say I'm part of so too. Then we should get if the documents are there to prove say I tear there so too. Then Sanko for no.
You have certain questions in. Why is he asking of the source of funding? I don't know. I said, Sika Wayne on the toy. Sika Ben on the toy. Does he have an information we don't have? And I don't know. Busasa.
Maybe he has information because it is speculated say omo dey defend say FIFA sika yi before project yi bi no and omo divert here omo dey akwakoto. Now one thing is very clear, Captain FIFA go project any size can FIFA deba no for specific assignment. One fine ya and so on so consequences. Maybe that is why JY appear is asking those questions. Say, because if it is clear and proven, say, I'm passing a sika a free for a project. I don't mind divert here because you him say, boho sika buy. Baby, now every for answer, so find your boy because the number of bohos the FA said they were going to do no. So people ask questions, say, boho project sika no, where is the rest of the money? And the end a lot of people are now asking questions and saying, say, some of the boho sika no, and ya divert biya, ya try to use it to win political points because ya promise, and they say for promise our promise no, then by fulfilling that promise, they went further to bring in cars based on what GOP is telling us. Players cars the date. Atra in terms of cars about me akra e dey abakru say eti so what say anyam wanyina and I think them there should be some investigation into this because if you use FIFA Go project sika e dey koto saka say why a big crime because Go project sika yemfanya dia different from the purpose in which you requested the money from FIFA to do it. And I'm sure say these are the reason why he's asking those questions because it has circulated say size can be no matter because boho see you know so where is the boho money? And people are saying and trying to at least have their own deductions. Say
okay,
it may be
so Otoado MTN FA Cup na FA captain.
Mtoto FA Cup back to Babaya response and more Babaya because share nkola games in be and Mtoto said honestly Kruma say everything shows we have leadership problem in terms of football and Kruma say because when you watch the boys school boys no born you see raw talent but at the school level coach papa be any few teams na schools na won say on the license age no baba hu na former footballer oni coaching e bia no on champion 20 no you don't see coaching in the boys but raw talent you see the boys to omu bobo na oh FKK but there's no coaching and I was there me say grass no yes 2 days continuous say 3 days or so until the yana na asofa kakra because boys and grana bobo out was say 3 days or so and but still and the grass was in a good shape. I'm sure Sunday it will be ready to host Kotoko and the future stars game. You know, for Kotoko there will not be any better game to prepare for the house game than this one because Umbo Babayara for a very long time. Until you are now returning to Babayara Sports Stadium, you need to get the supporters excited with a very good scoreline against future stars. Sanebaya, at least there will be confidence. Unse omukwache do man nka omubo us atwoso that yeah you expect supporters to come in their numbers because okwache do ma eweduana but there have been gap Ubo FA Cup then you sit home for 1 week because of elections no worry then you need such resource to keep supporters
okay and the appointment of Malik Jaber I would say there's a lot of discussions because whilst people say yes, he has enough experience. People say he has been out of the system for a while. Meanwhile, he tells us he has been in or no nimu any idea. Does he have what it takes to solve some of the problems?
If you say the role of a technical director as defined and then the things that the demands of that role and then I find it difficult Menjin dise or
what are the demands?
One, you have to create the entire system of a club.
This you can easily do.
From the youth team to that level. Again, minim Malik's level of understanding on this technology today. Minim in his understanding. So to whether which may have media, his Malik's understanding of technology now, because now the coaching Bibiano from I'll go beyond those now more of technology. And so that is one question that Nkofe Busa said. What is the understanding of that technology today? Because then I last me here say Oberega say now you a proper technical person obet me ogum. I had discussion. But when it comes to that level, because now most of the discussion that you be doing, so ogum had the computer base now yeah.
But only mo be afan. How do you know the computer and obet me? I'm mystified, Johnny. So those can I say oh yes sure say.
No, I'm only.
He knows.
Maybe because most of the coaches now, Omudi can call jail old guys our system. Most of them now the understanding of the modern way of using technology our form and the also more time that their time it wasn't there. Now the new coaches never you try more from beginning. But also we and to share I know worker had that problem as Samates. I know work across Samates amode is a system anybody say or analyze no on me. So offensive problem everywhere. And to share list of first coaches now a lot of them the understanding of that our form. And to one if he say but if I don't know for a fact whether he understands this or not. But the experience level them to or experience now because be our technical director at is it Alpha Iniga or Burkina Faso, and it's just a role that he has played before. So as far Burkina and Oyobia or a lot of experience wait me occupy. But let's see for Ogum they are not say very good relationship with Ogum.
Okay.
And they can because of how Ogum respects Malik. Now I don't know what can say, but me didn't come on because me say the Malik that they know only that person that any old player can use him to fight Ogum. You say they told me point blank say only that kind of person that be say because of only your grudge being you think that the money old player that you can use him to fight the system there be. Allow that because on your setup, a very principled guy, when he believes in his values, he goes straight forward and it's a lot of experience. If only about the strength, because I can say in December 80, right? So 80 in December, and 80 years, and team so who's the age in the problem? If the strength, so
less than my fan or
less than.
Ranieri.
I was 74 or 73.
I'm go active debut. Now, I not take Crystal Palace.
So I'm saying 70 something or the Jai. On the way, no, 73 or 70 or so that age.
But when it looks fit too.
No, me,
some age in a number.
Me who not it? I made them
a number. It looks okay.
No, say,
he sits in his car, goes to the training ground to observe, and he can write, pa.
No, you
can write. So why are we talking about age?
No, me can't say.
And the age cannot be glossed over just like that.
Because technical director, I'm so
it's up to him.
I'm only asking say whether the age can or enough energy. Because I'm not like I say match be over be.
Yeah, or say there was a training and there be over. But match one can say the beer. No, I even said he wants to go. No, technical director, you have to go to a match.
No,
matches have to.
I mean, if you can watch it.
I go Pamano Barcelona match we are no Kobe.
So I think training grounds will be much better when you can watch it on TV. Also, no kind to in your interview, and also can so you be a fan of long distance.
Yes.
But because of Ogum, or the team that you call Takwa. So that was when he was not working. So let's see whether he will add that to his job.
Sometimes, as a tech advisor, sometimes you see things that you have to.
You are changing the portfolio.
Sorry, the director. Sorry. You see things, and sometimes you have to give input.
Yeah.
Instantly.
No, a lot of them do. ABA who be a hand, you know, when you are not there. But I think in terms of qualification, there's no doubt. But main problem there,
no doubt.
No, say he is more than qualified. In base of Ejuma, why he's more than qualified for that role.
Oh yeah.
But my only worry is whether or the strength to go to that length, you know. And
he says he has.
Whether or the understanding of modern trend of technology, because most of them they know football analysis. No, you know, can paper no subium. So now they've gone beyond analyzing it on the paper. Now purely technology, you no press it. If our knowledge now, so why not? He's more than qualified. Say qualification there, or more than qualified. The other things in the boom, you ask questions whether about in our strengths to go that length.
Right, Captain. All of them.
Yes, I think Yaw Peprah. Then some will be some to Edika. And some
Edibusa.
Not Edibusa. Good. Edibisa. Now, me free say, your clubs no. Ghanaian club owners or the soccer football people.
Also dealing in cars now.
Okay.
Or say you can bring over 8 cars just that you pay extra.
Yeah.
Extra charges. Or not also dealing in cars. Or say there's no. Yeah. Or say there's nothing wrong in bringing over 8 cars. Yeah. The only thing is that you pay extra charges. And you know, and yet Bonet say the GY can say you can't bring over 8 cars, you know, on my input.
Okay, so you cannot bring over 8 cars.
I think it's more of a contest.
That okay.
If you want to give them something, give them something more than maybe. That is maybe understanding better. Because the one said he might be looking at check clubs are there that should last them for a long time.
But I read somewhere so I don't go for natural. I when the communication director said the clubs were aware say buses no old. Won't be
slightly used and I said that old. The description of old.
How
old? If I'm talking about car
in the JY contest, or say time Nyantechima former Omar RFs for the cars, knowing what they are going to use the car for, or new cars. So he is doing a comparison. Say when him say clubs, he only be 2 to Kwanako matches, which these distance are long. A Division 1 teams on will do. Obi team free Asante region. Akwa second year akwa bobo. Cause some nyina that same zone no. Obi free offense no atwa ton no call Elmina. No ne sharks kobo. So if you are giving such a person a car to use for this distance, Sally say Oko United omo nkoko no to omo free nkoko etimi akoba bi tse hohoi because there are clubs with Division 1 Omunyina was Eastern Greater Accra voter or one zone. So if you are giving such a person a car, somebody I have for pie zone 1 for no, I achieve no.
Yeah.
But zone 2 for no dear, a Asante region, Western region, Central region, and Ebo. In so much such a person a car from Asante region to Central region. Now when him say, "Opa so boy ni panankasa," I think what JY is trying to say is that give him a good one. That to some extent, Mano, be spending more money on maintenance and locking with road and ajo. Because I State Division 1 teams now do to Omun Kobobo Mbap Endao. Kapi Omoboy Anomobo. Oniska into a manika enye. No biako Elmina. Ne numere wanam kwanso besia ko offenso. Naka ni break it down. Ewo to Krubiasia. Why any panel? So I think that is the contest.
And even with the cars no crown, how distribute you know. So the school believes say those are yet the FA president no ni Crawford no. Omunya relatively better cars than others.
You have evidence to that.
Of course, if you look at the cars that this, you would have Vision FC no.
Na case you out to there but
the second who make who say who's a very old team, very old. Even though I not the very latest, but compared to others so just look at Sakas no which is a way no e ba yen chasing we mu so once obi e dey 2008 no uba hu se bia na obi dey e ba ni mu kakra yes they don't pan na no yes sade no e wo ho but so say all the cars every this is an every hour promise all the cars ba what we are me fan say over age cars and what we are extra penalty no and the car number so anka o kan be do ye no o make sure so o be fix nyama nyama bi e wo ho e be man nipa a create issues how can you bring a new car to obi na ye bi a car na o ko city ho o ko first steer ho I nothing like that I don't know man the nkofo ya ka say even though cars no old no but car na gu ya dia ba bi kura na nye car bi e ba eno ya no bi ayi car obi garage o de kogu ha that common as a car is like more or less nipa no ya give up and all this cars we aba with two when question that you know question that you know you dim the source of maybe scout or the koye or the talkers ma omo anyo be say wake up money you call wake up buy you know kakra e buy you know and or the to be tall cars man first one this is it no Italian carry Tata yes Tata India yeah Tata cars and then a second one all Toyota in hard body no e the Emma all came from welcome to your call, you know.
Again, I've heard the communication director or Jim.
No, to say.
How can FIFA forward that again?
FIFA forward.
Yes, it for Beba, Mammy Joe. Well, for to support local football. I've forgotten the exact way. Okay. But FIFA forward be to support local football.
Okay.
If that's the case,
I say if can I say support local football, they will be better of course. Say all the talk about third division teams are. It's also a way of supporting local football. And on the you forgive them.
And I am from because you are first division. Yeah, the man because of
competition. Oh boy, you know. And I hear that play, you know. So what we say here. And so the nature of the cars leads much with that because ukofa car mobi. You go to a free baby other can man or connect for that car just faka go fit and hand nkodu. So too. You see the point? How for car you go see. Car here in the first place, no battery. Any so.
Say battery dey and just a car.
Absolutely. What to car?
Battery you only be honest you are.
Fix it.
Since you cha battery into me.
So must they come and see say new car also dey ma. What I forget about say obi nim say old cars and a deba. Must they come and see say na car any battery. I say na you be do na yakope. To the extent that the FA president e tamba buzo o sparky. Say on one can refuse say battery so. Or boss we need to mean so. And son na here frank for more for battery. Abi sika so. Look at this embarrassment. These things could have been done long before we come back home. To be fix. Of course, old cars just will be atobi at the back. But you do a name man, everybody know okay, buy you know, even though it's old, but I'm cool with that. So all these things, and I'm Marcus and Abahuno, and I make an say, take it time because almost rush, you know, they thought, and I said he thought to say, or they be killing the Black Stars issues, no. And I'm not buying as a backfire.
Interesting.
You see, second
the fact is, the fact is you can bring it after 10 years, but you pay extra charge.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, then Andrew, I know from James and Tim, then Andrew say, Zakito should note that the brand new buses were taken by the company which cleared the cars from the harbor and gave them already used buses.
That's the reason.
How can we believe this?
Every
fire Zakito, that's because they have those technologies, the equipment you are talking about that they use for analysis. Is referring to the fact that I cannot talk about what I say. No question, no. I say, some technologies now can be all are obeyed or won't mean use. So, which technologies or equipment are you talking about? Okay, I say, Coach, my Malik may not be abreast with the technologies. Then, okay, I say, a technology. Oh, but we also. Technical director, they do need any technology.
In other words, to say, if technical director,
you observe and
that is why
give comments because you are not a coach. You are not going to. You can observe without using any equipment. Now,
even the coaches have
no to know for.
The coaches have video analysts. The coaches not themselves. They have video
analysis. That is not.
So these are some of the things. So technical director any year. Somebody can do that for the technical director. At the end of the day, to explain things to him, no, this is how it is. That would be a Juma.
No, for my example, because
a video analyst. The coaches don't do it themselves. Set him there and get over to me the video analyst coach to analyze it. But it will be job no. So he understands it way more than the coach. And the coaches knows that the video analyst, this is the field. And do no picking or no abet coach no. Abet no much the coach in a coaching the Juma. And then make us a technical director can also do same with all those technologies. If even that technology be our own team, NTSCR, the team can get somebody who can do that for the technical director. At the end of the day, the understanding that the technical director don't understand football. Yes, he understands it.
Why is it that here we assume that he doesn't know what's going on?
Oh yeah, no. This technology ever to your home. Oh, somewhere along the line.
You go to places and 80-year-old ahead of IT departments and other.
Who's the holiday? From your onset.
Elon Musk, no, are they young men?
Yeah, who are no? Yeah, who are no?
I
think you'll be below 50 if I'm not.
So
it's 50.
Yeah, they went through it from the onset. Oh, yeah, 100. Every old back on.
Saying 53. Yeah, he's not a young man. And
but no better technology, no.
Elon
Musk, of course. That time Microsoft that go through the year and almost advancing. Unlike any no hano. So yeah, hano so be about 50 years and answer 40 years na. So one year. Not the near embrace or per se, I didn't know Coco Sina. Oh, we have a call.
Individual issues. What does it?
Of course. Yeah, I no. That age regional, the man. Like so individual. Few
and what you do?
Few na. I didn't know. Baby, now.
People are 59 years and others. The things they do.
Oh, of course. That's what I
know. This is a problem.
No.
I don't know. OBTC lane, Biswa. No diversion.
I find it difficult, baby. I buy to me asset committee to investigate the FA on the bus.
Munya committee.
You see, on the bus, I don't think I buy to me at one a former committee. Maybe.
Now, by I can't jump over Quaby.
No suggestion, okay.
No, me can't hear Moyama. I buy be a can for now. If visa send me by a man for a what's that by me? I know, sir, maybe a bit person or make an attempt to scrutinize this FA. Oh, meant to have because I was told. The name of Kono. I say, Cassano outdoors. Okay.
Oh, in football. No. Cassano outdoors.
The next time I black star of Manchester.
In March. In March, never cup qualified.
Never can.
Whatever. As you told, oh, when you football people, no. And I can buy, you know, the so called clubs, no. As a so football people, no. Open can be raising issues on it. Now can push the FA to come clear.
Okay, I happen to be on few platforms with some of them. They are also divided, sharply divided. Even if say they are GFI or some more members, because you keep
whether good or bad.
Yeah, zero, and it be a bar, and instead of chastising them. Mommy and mom are for the effort. For the start. That's the way for the start. Until we are more dear comma media for any amount for super one of my ka amaswe ebiaba and at the end so number them says a 9 and
9
bi so de no be 3 pe and ho wasem the rest of the 5 6 on this as in
so young apostles there say you come say have
young apostle edubiase hoy omumiensa
drafts there no so ko duru there
drafts assembly ho no enu go munka
agofo bi
ebi mo ho a omo de no
yeah mom they relatively better
that then agofo na I don't want to believe. The point is that obi isuan wasa
o chanepa
omeka ano mezanza na meka se bas nya na za abobo na meka se bas nya vision for no meka bas de menye nti ado mo mo ka no opposition for like edo so mo bas nya ana basake o na meka se nye
ono kwa do nyankoko
so zubet yeah trust
kabi na coach Otuadu so that means Otuadu stays.
You see the sign himself. Okay. And in fact, some sources even say it has never
been a point
said they were going to get rid of him. That's what I say.
Okay. And based on how I any hunyomano.
Oh, what Branty be
beside my question. Now I'm see how it is na. Okay, so my question be about na metena say adeba.
And we are Branty we and training. I don't know what say. Senior, good morning, please. Listen to the show. Your guys are doing emotional analysis because they had cats or FA.
Okay.
No, young man be.
The opinion of other people.
No, I'm not like that. But Captain, on is a emotional analysis because of where he belongs.
Exactly. So just let it be.
And it's only the mechanics are over. Because Onu say emotional answer because he's an FA person. It's normal.
Maybe he might not even be.
But why should the media even be divided as a pro FA?
On an argument, sir. But obi onim yebia etiase bia no. We sit here.
So why would anybody hate cats? Why would anybody?
If
yeah.
Bass yeah, that's screen. Clearly, Ubia bet me admit to say they can do better. You can decide to look at it from the angle, say maybe no one adi biaba. Motu.
Yeah.
And we at one angle. But then you be cast a shebono. And I will be a cast of shebo. One abe shebo. Into a shebono. And ye did susu dia. Ye did say a sefa tadia to home. And quality fee in a while by Busia meetings and quality say with your school fees. No to obetria omontade obeto ama kama na go fan to ma go brom na nko for accounts there be say na me na bi ni ho say nkwala no so to the clubs are going they have their own buses that they are managing so nkwala no mo hun da jeja omo hye bibi ba wonu abehye bo say free na ekọ wo behwe omo ama omo e from ntomapa ne ba na ode ntomago ama omo na amanfo ka say wan na de ntomago abre we say na you can't question somebody when they criticize you, when you are far from the standard. This thing is good, but it is far from the standard. And no I'm called for account. Obian can say if you a bonus or my basso. Yes, one more bass said the house and bromo. And then come on. Bass na the moment to cabas ya the moment. And you be able to be come out. We are so could be boy finish. Nobody would have done that. Baby, a bass no said Debbie. And your ma touching what bass no uncle worker. So meaning if that thing was not there, come on ya be being cat. Casem yeniho. Now the bass are seated to two. Nipani to a free crack or energy so they could PM or mechanic. Say me mua. This is below standard.
Go back to Baba.
Exactly. With coach Otuado the end of the year, it looks like they see something we don't see.
Yeah.
And it happens. Leadership.
You see, the mode of appointment should tell you how much they trust him. What I say, wow, recruitment. You set up criteria. He doesn't meet 20% of it. You go ahead to push everybody out and take him. Actually, he comes on more. Okay, when we're not even playing well, they can't direct the players. So that was where the FA president met them and told them, say, Niger for what I say. There hasn't been an occasion where Otuado has been questioned, whether his tactics, his approach, or anything, while we are throughout. So, Omu say, and nothing Otuado na move catches or net tedzek ne jogging crop mun a juma. So it looks like there's nothing wrong with him. And nothing Ebema players be a better captain, free some parties or a crop. So everything around the team is centered around with others. And he, the constant factor, there's nothing wrong with him. Samuel, there's no way, even if we don't qualify for the World Cup, I hope we will, but if we don't, apart from the day, left to them alone, nobody will touch Otuado.
And that's the scariest conversation.
Onye bonida.
Say yati ejuma.
Onti reda.
Yati ejuma. Na yese ejuma no. Position bi abeda ho na nioma we ni ejina so dia fo bi aba betena position ho. Na ya hwehwe mu a ese o de enya hwe. Asomasi bi wa ha yemfa ne mbra. Na niema na kwenya. Ehom se nioma edi gu ho no susu dua no to onduru ho. Ba niema na kwenya na ohwe se obetimi aya. Waba ejuma no wentimi anye. Woto se Ghana edited. And a goal difference cross Sudan the sign ho enke yo yare e group no something we've not seen for a very long time, and these people still have the belief in the man. Like I said, sometimes leaders to me take a decision because the omo te ho be hu no e bia wa akwala akora o furu dua wo. But we normally question that decision if at the end of the day entimi ama results no etiko to ado appointment ebre ebo ni di amanfo kind na omiti criteria na mr to oba na nkan that Angola kind performance. Imagine Ghana ni akwasha Angola omo home na Sudan after qualifying crimes to omo brands na ma share na Ghana after qualifying pono ni any Sudan ye mo te so ye she Niger. If we were putting up that kind of performance and you be able to answer say hey. And you know if for no mu hu bibia yen they say omu take a decision I will support them. But when you take a decision and a fairly big time, won't mean castle obi mpe wa asem na or they want some to susu dia so no apapa mu. So I feel sick concerning this issue. Okay. And so let's just hope for the best. Because maybe the next time the reaction from the public might be more dangerous than AFCON. You know?
Example.
Oh yes, it can get deadly. It can get deadly, pa.
Oh, deadly.
Yes. I'm telling him so too. The World Cup is a big project for people.
Let's see if we can talk to the public and find out if their next
World Cup is a big project. I'm
just announcing the numbers. Now at us, we are there. We start picking 03224 94401 03224 94401 03224 944 94771 03224 94771 03224 94401. Now you can chip in.
Imagine Ghana playing at Accra Sports Stadium at the Baba Sports Stadium and losing a home match. That will prevent us from winning, going to the World Cup.
All right, Samuel. So we can say everything in common. The issues are many. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Sina, here too.
Mr. Osio.
Yes, so.
We're enough.
Enough.
Yes. Sometime. Now, Mr. Till sometime.
Now, Amorin, Ruben Amorin.
Amorin, boy. It's to go next 2 months.
Yo.
Now, say, oh, Betty, dear. He seems to see everything wrong with Manchester United. I know what I is.
Oh,
I don't know. Say, oh, by the time I use that. And it's lost at me and walking. Mr. Chu, patrol, and it's lost. For free, the friend is Holland ever. No, I didn't go on.
I'm sorry, Baco.
Very good. Ruben Amorim, or free sport in Banner, and then other sports in I Mr. Chu.
No, I did league them, you know.
What the league send me, but who compare to those Morino, said those Morino at the Champions League. And then how many clubs in the Champions League will you? How many clubs?
Baby, I the Champions League, and I'm Europe. No, I'll go to baby.
No. It's one more about Soccer because you see, we show Manchester baller. We say about ball is a fair. Hey! And somebody has said, why, you know, on your my why, okay, now. You have to say, and so, you see, I got you and your man queen. Or not, your friend say, Ruben Amorim or the taking Europe by storm. We are singing now, Mr. Chu. That's it.
Okay, thank you. All right. Hello. Hello. I'm going to the other one. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
My first time of calling.
You.
The patrol, Yamishramo, Moya. Me person disaster. Ketcho Krekuno. You Black Star Prince, Yana, because any Ghana for dia. Tim Sina Koto Konuma or Mara, a woman almost to one. Commentana or night, ye Black Star, ye through me, and I ye young.
Any.
What is it?
FIFA no
football people.
FIFA Maminchim Gakra. FIFA na yakodon ko na no mo adwuma no. Omo recognize football association. They don't recognize government. Nti be so no omo di dwuma. Just all the association na ko ne omo ko di dwuma no. And na omo so no so na da association na no. Nti abind the only FIFA na no omo ningita hundie. And this sanity and two different and these are ye tune for hamum dance e be je free nsem.
Adi ame pa chewo every nelcon ketokre kuntia coachika na sa you to adu fu we am ga besu no. What is that? Uma ya kuma chekwa.
I would say why thank you very much. Hello.
Good morning, Santamo Champon.
Good morning, sir.
Yaw Sanki de Taifa, Accra.
Hey!
Union.
Yaw Sanki de. Yaw Madrid.
Santama Champon, Berma Wada.
Yaw you.
No, Santama Bacho, and some European ambassador make a program we in First one here. Nasdaq can be say, Otto, the training, you know. Woko training session, the old OCD players in the formula. As I said, God will at the end of the day. Mestre, no say, where journalists are, what with you about you, pa. Wakasa mo suma munko for manunko training grounds, no munko he. And 7 American no cra. Nothing no obawa the can. And the second one, the basis na the my teams, you know. What you also now, Zaki Casano was saying. Basis be one more, 10 years, over 10 years. And until maybe Managerial no more question. Say purchasing, you know, Mukoto, you know, but when you also your garage is war, Ghana has a the cats no basis no bar. This will be garage one more yento. So, not over age national, not just a car, no, I over age any idea.
Okay.
You know, when you sign investigation, if you are not garage be, and the cat will say, oh, if you are the cat by and toy, and I'm going to GF for no, I collaborate no more, I'm almost going to come with Yama, or say, Simpson. If you are not saying a home, you should move because over 8 car party, they will do pot one more. And now they say, Ebeba out.
Medasi Yaw. Yaw. Yaw Sankide. Hey, Yaw. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Chief. Etiopia. Okay, Amurusi. Etio.
The first time I met him, my friend said, "You are to know." Political than even the political parties now. You're no more Ghana. Strategy now, I say. The Qatar Blasters, the kind of media bats now, what they GFC concerning the appointment of the failure of the Blasters to go to the AFCON and the likes. Into the now, and say, you're prepared, but Blasters, you got chiefly the GFC and CFC Secretariat. Now you invite a class and said you should come for their Blasters. Into Matna Magazida, all the bars. And our car, ABC garage, planet to give 10 years. Not the opera, only bars in Moudia. And can be a so much by your crown. Who bet you oil, no appellate, Kwabena and as a car, they are in good form. And after you started the Friano Potamale, bet you make Kajenino, I could do. Now I'm finding Guatemala, and so to be too careful, the secretariat. Not so to do Avalo. Not a car may break it down. Not so to find it yet. No, so they will come a bit to say when she and that's what they come a bit to say. Not can they hear look master crown as a Cosadia. Yes, and deliberate attempts are more and more yet in order to take away the immediate attention from the non-performing of this black star. Because after the money area, so the GY and self, and I mean, yes, sure, to change our mind. What happened to why I because of what we are able, and as our players, we are the players are pleasing. We so players from
okay.
Every department of our blasters, players live because I can't map out so that you see players, I'm not representing the nation. No player, the next day, not quarterback. The following minute, no about beautiful goals, and the man club. If you so drastic at the year, and they are worried the blasters from failing again to go to the World Cup. No, many of them from upon our labor, I say, the best game after blasters failing to go to the World Cup. No, we are putting our shoes together, we are putting our shoulders together. If they fail to make this World Cup, so I'm telling you, sir, why are blasters from Michigan and the kind of the mobile?
Thank you. I'm saying to my pick two, then we can have a good wrap up. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. True.
Yes, senior Bajo Etio.
Bajo Yamokodia.
Dumpa.
And the Kachimupa, and then the first time I got my young Mokasa.
Yeah, that's your first saying.
Female so far,
oh, Manunquay.
Bajo, I'm the moon, someone Mokano. I am Isniapan, and the enemy, and say, Bible more say, only any castle pa. Yen fat, and I say, and man,
hey, and also our Bible. Our Bible,
our Bible, our is not the American say. So be more young here for now, some young Sam, one of the sports. May sure that sports ministers in there, if 1 year, they know. They be a whole moon is Adiano. Then some moon is our power no won't be into Munsa Mokano, Obianfa. And only I am the idea and I said, I can more cast my intimacy because Mokans and parents on go for and find Yaduma. I know they how mine. So,
yeah.
And go for now more panelists back or Casa, I that I can go for the Soviet woman. And no, I see a year because we might be and see probably a bear crown. And you probably before by react here and
okay.
And the F1 a movie pa.
Also for EDACP. Okay, until we may go for the last one. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir, senior. Bajawani.
Nana ya onye mikasa free yabe.
Nana eti
Mr. Michamo ne wo abega funyina. Na PFA kaya to group here. Yes, no. Because ya to abama ye yi. Dawa tuma wo di ka to ni akanfo nya adwuma. Enye ni kan no enti otuado o honu sei. Ono no onka se adwuma no o pa yo. Katina na nsada na nsayem no apa ne chewsa. Hey, what the Ancelotti, what the Pebiola, any coach at a any United the Buhama. What's up? Yes, I see Yana. Tell me, see, somebody be a fruit away. What is at a year by? What's the one pet? No fun, three. Say, and you alone, yes, you. One only pen what he had, and he are fine. And he are fine. And also the MP. So, if you put a new line,
okay. Yeah, that's yes, I don't know. Yes,
if you're
I like it, it's nice. And if you're
PRO of Young Apostles, I send the bar Hajia Hawa Alhaji Mahama, and there a bar with that. And see if you're say I'm wishing the bar Hajia Hawa Alhaji Mahama, happy birthday. We're so free. Technology, Facebook phone one so too. I must say happy birthday to Da Costa Dankwa of ECG Bekwai from Operations Department ECG Bekwai, and happy birthday to Da Costa Dankwa. And Kingsley say happy birthday to my lovely mom Georgina Niama. I'm saying Kingsley the by the way say free Da Costa Dankwa on say na mame Georgina Nyama Obuasi Tutuka. And there na woda anti happy birthday. And the last one see happy birthday to Mrs. Florence. Mrs. Florence. And then na woda anti.
And the 10 o'clock yes sorry on TV with time for sports heroes with Malik Jabe. Kodoko's new technical director sharing his ideas.